Slot is defiant as he comes out in his press conference and says Liverpool miss nothing at the moment. We also do the slot in versus slot out debate and where we will stand, and we will speak about the upcoming Aston Villa game and speak about its importance. People, it's your favorite show of the week. It's Kop-ish Kollab. We've got James Redmond, Don Hassam, Tom Little, myself, and Matt. Sit back, relax. Let's get into it.
Hi, this is Jordan Henderson, and you're watching Team Kopish.
Being free back again, ripping LFC till the end, so go on tell a friend. If they rockin' red, they're a 10 champions, be the best we come again. Kopish clean up in every region, elevation in every season. Catch up in all the fast match up in real rap and drifty go tell them this is that, this is that. This is Kopish, this is Kopish. Reppin' Liverpool till the end, champions, we the best, come again. This is that. This is Kopish. This is Kopish. The main free back up in your screen, real ones know this the place to be. This is Kopish.
Good afternoon, lovely people. Hope you're well wherever you are watching this. Shout out to each and every one of you. Big up to the panel who didn't start laughing as I was doing the intro. I do want to start off. I can't remember who it was in the comment section, but shout out to you in Australia who stayed up till midnight to watch this. Big up yourself. And
and
obviously,
morning, bro.
and obviously,
4 a.m. in Australia. Yeah, it's 5 a.m. in the US, and someone's watching us right now. So hold that.
Very true. Shout out to and prayers and thoughts to everyone affected by Hurricane Melissa as well, to the Caribbean, Jamaica, etc., Bermuda. I think Bermuda's all right, actually. Haiti suffered quite badly as well. So prayers and thoughts for everyone going through that as well. Firstly, panel, big up. Welcome. Thanks for taking time out to do this. How are you all doing this afternoon?
Big up, man.
Big up.
I'm buzzing. But I think this is going to be a really juicy show for the viewers. I'm not going to lie to you, because there's a few different stances on different things. Yeah. That's what I'm looking forward to getting into. But it's good to be back, boys. It's nice to do it on a show, talk. Not words and typing and all that. That's the best way to do it. So I'm looking forward to it, man. Big up everyone. Subscribe, like, all that other good stuff.
Indeed. Also, guys, everyone's channel links are in the title as well, whether you want to go and subscribe.
You weren't tagged last time because you're too lazy to retag us, mister. Just so you know.
But
tags don't even work. You wanna know why? It's gray. You wanna know them gray tags? Because you know what that means? You're not tagged. You know this guy. I'm so tired of Callum Sanderson. I'm actually tired of him.
Yeah? That is just the maddest.
Oh wow, he actually tagged us this time, so thank you.
Imagine that.
Grow my channel, bro. I'm trying to be like you. I'm trying to be a millionaire, bro. I don't have a villa with multiple rooms and everything.
That better next time, Hussam.
Yeah. You got me. This guy, bro.
Just do you know what's crazy? Before the show started, Callum's been abused, and and then bam, straight away.
Yeah, that's mad.
Tom feels every week.
Bro, let's not do this.
The viewership don't realise that, like, Hussam was like.
Don't even bring me into this. I've managed to get away with it for the opening 3 minutes here. Don't even like.
No, I'm just saying. Remember last time?
My presence, please.
No. But do you remember? Before we started the show. Yeah, before we started the show, Hassam was like, "Nah, Tom, like, you're my brother." And obviously, they're brothers. Like, no banter, guys. This is genuine. Like, Hassam has been genuine. But within about 2 minutes of the show, man just started casting him. And I was like, hold on a minute. What kind of U-turn John Cena is this?
Oh, brothers don't cuss each other? What kind of
dumb logic? Straight off the bat, though.
Brothers always cuss each other. All the time. Yeah. That's actually a sign of brotherhood, if anything.
No, it's true.
I should cuss you more then.
100%. But the slight differences.
Yeah, I know. Obviously.
Also, Matt, actually, give you credit. I just noticed in the interview, jokes aside, like, you actually have lost a lot of weight. You look a lot better now. So well done.
Who, me?
Yeah. In the intro, you look Matt X large a little bit. So
no. The intro.
I'm giving him credit.
Hold on. Wait.
You do it at an unexpected time.
Jeez. So backhanded.
Yeah, but I mean,
wasn't even how do you follow a fantastic compliment by saying X large at the end?
This is what I'm saying. And you know what as well? I've never been an XL or double XL ever.
He's just assumed your pants size.
That's a lie. Pandemic. That's a lie. Pandemic. I
Okay.
went to an XL.
So there's a bit of
but I'm normally a
sorry
large.
for
Like
saying
my
you look
build is
healthier
like a
now,
large
I
kind of thing,
promise.
innit?
You
I'm a
don't look
large.
healthier. You look the same. Happy? You're giving him a compliment, bro. I'm like, yo, well done, Matt. You look healthier. You look way better
know
now.
I'm not even gonna say nothing. Do you know what I'm gonna
Don't
do?
play
though?
the camel video. My mother is close. Yeah.
That's
Don't do
tough. You started
Bro,
this.
don't do this. I'm gonna mute my fucking PC. Don't do this.
Yeah, mute it all you like. I'll hack your internet. No, I'm only joking.
Boys, I want to start by playing a clip. I'm praying to God we don't get copyrighted.
Oh, he's gonna play the camel clip now.
No, I'm not. I genuinely won't. But
Press
I'm
conference.
hoping
If it's press conference, you're safe. There is no copyright.
we should be all right, right?
If it's
Uh,
press
yeah,
conference,
press
I think we're
conferences don't
good.
have
Yeah.
copyright.
all right. So I just want to share this, and then this will open up the conversation before we move on to another section. And this is Slot today in his press conference. This is just a snippet again, so it's not the full press conference, but I do want to gauge everyone's thoughts on this. So,
But
you guys, can you hear this?
You talked about squad depth after the game against Crystal Palace. What is it you think you were missing? What did you think that you need?
we miss nothing. So I'm happy that you asked this question. I'm completely happy with the team, with all the quality we have. And I'm also completely convinced by the strategy and the policy we have. But that makes it the issue, if you could talk about an issue, is that not all of them have had a proper preseason or have been injured during the season. So then when 3 or 4 are injured, you go back to 16 players. So I am a firm believer in the fact that 20, 21 players are enough, but you have to keep them fit as we did last season. And we are struggling a bit more to keep them fit for, in my opinion, obvious reasons.
Okay, Arnie. No need to go so loud at the end there.
All right, guys. Tom, I want to start with you, if possible. And I want to ask the first thing he kind of touches on there, which is he's happy working with like a 20, 21 man squad. Do you think that's enough in today's footballing world? When you look at a team like Arsenal, have got a really deep squad. Man City have got quite a deep squad. Bayern Munich's and all these other clubs, PSG's. Do you think 21 players at top level, and again, even that's arguable as well. Do you think 21 players is enough in today's game if we're trying to win multiple honours and competitions?
Yeah, maybe like 1 or 2 more, but you can only have 25. So like, you can only have a maximum of 25, really. So if you're looking at 25 and then you're taking like a couple off, he's talking about 2021. You factor in like another couple of youngsters, then you're at 23, 24, and you're there. I'll be honest, that press conference clip isn't really all that mad to me. I don't know why people are getting pissed off at that. He believes he's got the squad that he wants. He just thinks that right now some of them are injured, so he can't use them. He believes he's got the right players in every position, but he can't use some of them now. That's fine as the manager. At the end of the day, he's the one that makes the decisions. He's the one that will fall on his sword that way. But Pep Guardiola doesn't want a big squad. He's come out and said that very often. I know Arsenal have a pretty big squad, but you run the issue at times when you have pretty big squads, like we did last year, because we had a pretty big squad last year, all things considered. If everyone stays fit, some players just don't play, and then they get pissed off. I think 20 to 21 is around about the ideal place for modern football. The problem is you can't do 20 to 21 man squads with 5 of them being very injury prone and unreliable.
Really sorry to cut you, Tom, really quickly. Guys, obviously we're going to have debates and stuff today in the comment section. I think you all know by now how the rules here work. If you're going to be rude and disrespectful, like we're just not going to have it. So one of 2 things happens when you're rude or disrespectful. We either clap back and then you get in your feelings about it because you feel as though you can say stuff without any repercussions, or 2, we'll just block you. So think about what you're saying and then let's keep it moving. All right, go on.
Relax, chat. Come on. Hold on.
Sorry, I'm just doing the math on City squad real quick. So Man City have a 22-man squad this season. We have a 21-man squad this season.
It's not a smaller squad than City. That's
because I'm just going off what I haven't actually went through. I haven't went through one because Arne Slot said he's got 2021. We might have 22, 23. I don't know. I'm just going off what he said there. But Man City, according to them, have 22 registered players. 23, but I didn't include the third choice keeper because I'm not including Freddie Woodman for us. Arsenal probably have a bit of a bigger squad, but Arsenal have done that on the basis that they had like a number of long-term injuries that kind of factored in, and then they're going to move on. Pep Guardiola last season came out and said that he wants a smaller. He prefers managing a smaller squad. I think a smaller squad is the way most managers want to run it. The only thing we have that we need to address with that is it's all well and good wanting a 2021 man squad, and we can provide that, but you can't provide that 2021 man squad consistently if 4 to 5 of the players are injury prone. You've got to. You can have 1 or 2.
I really don't think there's anything wrong with what Slot said at all, to be honest with you. Like the squad, he is correct. The squad having 20 players, like you need your 11 starters and 8-9 players who can rotate here and there. And I agree with that. I don't think, like, you're obviously not going to have elite options on every single position. No one has that in the whole league, by the way. Literally no one, including Arsenal, who are top right now, including City.
Elite options, though, Hassam, would you not argue that some of the options we have are below standard as opposed to? Because I don't think.
No, I disagree with that. I think we're changing the narrative because we're losing games. We're losing games because there is a structural issue at Liverpool Football Club, in my opinion, and I hope Slot fixes it, which is why I haven't turned on Slot yet. But I don't think this has anything to do with squad depth. Like, I don't think this is a depth issue. We were calling Endo the closer like 4 or 5 months ago, saying how he comes on at the end of games to close them off, etc. You know, we had McAllister playing a Carabao Cup game. My issue was not like even Trey Ione, all this fan base rates. So, you know, if you saw Bajcetic on the pitch, Callum, you've been screaming Bajcetic's name for the last 3 years on YouTube. So, like, you would have been happy. Let's not do this. Can we stop this? Obviously, you didn't scream his name in that way. You're married.
Yeah, I know about this. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, you're married, Habibi. You have kids.
He needs to clarify, though. He needs to clarify.
You have kids already. You have kids Bacetic's age. Anyway, so, yeah, exactly. Grandpa, get it together. So my point is, like, I legitimately, like, I think Slot deserves criticism, but this comment that you just showed is the last thing I'm going to criticize him for, because he didn't say anything wrong, really.
Just on that, you mentioned Endo, for example, being a closer. Could you not argue that that does show that there's a lack of depth, for example, with certain players? Because you should never just refer to a player as a closer. You have a player, because Endo effectively is Gravenberch's backup, and we all see.
Okay, I'm going to ask you a question. Name the 6 Liverpool midfielders, all of them, starters and backup.
As in, when you say midfielders, you just talk about the pivot, or you talk about 10s as well?
No, I'm talking about all of them, including Wirtz.
Okay,
Name
so
them all.
All right, so Wirtz, Szoboszlai, Gravenberch, McAllister, Jones, and Endo.
Oh, how's that bad?
I never said it's bad, but I think it can definitely be
6 midfielders, 3 starters, 3 options on the bench.
Me personally, without going too far down, I think Endo could easily be upgraded.
I don't disagree, Cal, but it's a case of looking at what the manager wants.
That happens. No, because let's say tomorrow Endo leaves the club and we buy a 20 million backup DM. Okay, how does that change anything?
No, but that's very different, because I'm not saying I'd want it. I'd want someone who's of a caliber who can walk straight into the first team.
Yeah, but then we already have 5 players who have the caliber of playing for the first team.
Yeah, as it should be with Liverpool, right?
I know, but that, like, for me, that's the least of my worries. I'll be honest with you. I don't think
Slot hasn't opposed what you've just said, Cal.
Say again, sir.
Slot hasn't opposed. I'm not sure if you're saying this, but Slot hasn't opposed what you've just said, like with Liverpool.
No, I'm not saying he has. I'm saying back to Hassam's point. It's more like, yeah, we may have 20 or 21 players, but are those players who are deemed as the backup, are they of a high enough caliber where you say, yeah, we're comfortably got?
I think they are.
I think it's just a case, and you know what? Even if they are or they aren't, I think it's a case of where we are in our transition as a club. You know, we saw a lot of faces go out of the club this summer, and I think in terms of the midfield situation, it's complicated, as the mention of Bajcetic has already been said. You know, he's had a lot of injury issues. We don't know how the club view him because he hasn't been fit or eligible to play for us this season. Well, this is what I mean. So it's like, I don't know if if he comes back, is he one of the midfield options that, you know, Carl's already said he rates? I think based on what he said there, I think Arne Slot loses either way there for me. I think if he comes out and he says, I need more players, I need a bigger squad. If he says, I need a bigger squad, that gets interpreted as I need more players. Then that's the whole fan base going, look at this manager, he's out of order, blah, blah, blah. He's came out and said that and people are still in uproar about it. Not saying anyone here, I'm saying online. Yeah. So that's why for me, and I'll ask you guys the same. Do you think Arne Slot can win in the majority of the questions he's being asked in the moment? That's an example.
Probably not at the moment. Probably.
Yeah,
not.
he probably can't because when you're losing games and you're losing games like us in this magnitude, everything is going to be heightened in terms of what he says and overly criticized. And I think there's whatever he says, there's no way of winning. I think to go back to the original point in terms of maybe that squad depth and how many players. Like I just use this as an example, right? A lot of people, or a few people, thought maybe Tyler Morton, and I know it's a different league, but maybe felt Tyler Morton was better than Endo. So maybe, just for argument's sake, Endo, who's just seen as a closer, could Tyler Morton have played in more games, maybe where like we wanted to rest certain players? I don't know.
Tyler Morton could have never been the Tyler Morton you're seeing today if he didn't get game time.
Yeah, but he was also injured for large parts.
All right. All right. Then I'll use another example if that's a bad one. I'll use Harvey Elliott, who could play in the number 10, right? Harvey Elliott obviously left. I don't think Harvey Elliott wanted to leave, but I think Harvey Elliott left because he didn't get the game time. And for me,
he wanted to leave, by the way.
Oh, did he? Fairs. All right. Well, hear this now.
But me and Tom, I think in the summer did say we'd keep Harvey though, so we agree on that.
But it's entirely down to what the manager. So we don't. Harvey Elliott's a good backup 10.
I like Harvey Elliott.
But Arne Slot has his backup 10 already. So we're looking at the midfielders that we've got.
Who's his backup 10?
Yeah, who's the backup 10?
So last season, because last season it was what we were talking about, weren't it? Last season it was Dominic Szoboszlai was a starter, Curtis Jones was his backup, and then Harvey Elliott was his third choice.
Jones didn't play that much in the 10 last season.
But Jones ain't... Can we all agree Jones ain't a 10, though? Jones is not a 10 in this system, in my opinion. Jones is more of
but he played
more
of a
centre mid.
But he was the backup for it last year.
Bro, what I'm...
did Hammers...
Can I just land my point quickly? I just want to land my point quickly.
Yeah, go for it.
My whole point is this. There's players that maybe we let go, potentially, that we could have still used. And when you talk about having a small squad or having a certain amount of players, some of these players aren't being trusted. Like Endo can't, in my opinion, you can't just be a closer and that's just your job. Like I don't see any other top team, in my opinion, and I could be wrong, in Europe say they've just got this one person and all they do is close the game. I don't see that at PSG. I don't see that at Barcelona. I don't see that at Real Madrid.
On Endo, I think, and the reason being. The reason why we're fixating on him is because he was a Klopp signing that we had because we obviously failed multiple top CDM signings like Tuchemani and Caicedo and all these. He was a short-term solution that it was not Slot's choice, and he's going to fulfill the contract because he's not going to get paid the wages anywhere else than what he's getting paid here. And he's not going to get a club like Liverpool as well, let's be real. So, and even Endo said he's happy to see it out if he can even get 10 games a season. So I think we know where he is and what he's used for.
Of course.
That being,
but to Cal's point, James, to Cal's point, what Cal's saying is, all right, so you've got a player there that's basically saying he's just willing to accept that bench role. And you need players like that. You actually do, players that understand their role. But I think the argument is that a good thing, or could we maybe have got someone who actually pushes a first teamer to then question? Like, for example, I'll just give you an example. Let's say we brought in a top DM, whoever that person is. That person now challenges Gravenberch. That person now challenges McAllister. I think maybe that's what the argument is.
I'd like that. Tom. He's got that already.
And even if he doesn't, two questions dead quick. The first question is, right, what player did we sell in the summer? Because you said that we sold players in the summer that we could have kept, who could have added to the depth. What players did we sell in the summer that we should have kept, who would have added to this?
All right, so for me, definitely one is Harvey Elliott, 100%.
Go on.
I know you said he wanted to leave. Here's the thing, though. There's players that wanted to leave before and didn't leave. Now, Hammers, you might know a bit more information than me.
But how much game time does he get this? Even outside the information, how much game time, if Harvey stays, does he really get at this point of the season?
That's what I wanted to ask. He can also play on the right-hand side as well, though, because this is the thing. Harvey Elliott,
he can play on the right.
Yeah, you got Salah, who's obviously not in good form. Harvey Elliott, we've seen come off the bench various times throughout his Liverpool career and actually do a really good job. Another player I'm going to mention, and again, I know he wanted to leave the season before, is Diaz. Now, if you want to leave Liverpool,
couldn't have done nothing about that one, mate.
No, I understand that. But if you want to leave, that's fine. But then you have to make sure you get replacement. You can't just be letting players leave and let them determine your future. Like, let them do what they like, basically. If they're contracted.
This is where revisionism comes in, though, Matt, because most people are fine with Diaz going and Rio being a backup. Like, most fans were fine with that.
They were, but I wasn't.
If it had to happen, we have got to remember
if he had to leave, I said, if he wants to leave that badly, let him go, but just get me a replacement. Because I kept on saying, I believe in Rio, but then whenever I said, bring in another left winger, people kept on using the excuse of it's going to block Rio's path. And I was like, yeah, but do you know how I see it, though? If a player's that good, he'll make his way anyway, no matter who's in front of him. If the player's that talented, he won't even worry about it. He'll just focus on his game. And now here we are, in my opinion.
I look at Arsenal, and for comparison, YNWA last season came in and did a fantastic job, in my opinion, given his age and stature of the club and all that. But they still went out and bought a Madueke and an Eze, two players who play in both the positions he plays in. Ultimately, that for me set, and they still tied him down to a new contract. So it's not even like he wasn't savvy to what's going on. But it's like Arsenal went out and said, "Look, we know you're."
They didn't have to sell no one, though.
No, that's true. But in regards to Elliot, and again, I don't want to go into too much detail that compromised you, James. Is it fair to say that Elliot wanted to leave because of the lack of game time, as opposed to he just wanted to leave?
Yeah.
So that for me falls at the manager, because I think there was many times where Elliot could have been played last season, even when he wasn't injured. Yeah, and I think he could have got some more minutes.
But we know why he didn't, though, don't we?
No, but Tom, even there was so many times we could have brought him on the pitch. Like, even when we were winning games, he could have still come on and been made to feel more of the.
Harvey Elliott won't value them minutes, though, in a sense.
We don't know if he wasn't even given them, Tom.
This is a lad who's played over 150 games for Liverpool Football Club. You'll see through the facade of getting 10 minutes in a game with 3-0 up in.
No, but the thing is,
he wants meaningful minutes.
No, I hear that. But
this manager won't give him that because he doesn't fit what he wants in the 10.
No, but Tom, my whole point is he can't prove himself to the manager if he's not even on the football pitch.
No, he can, though. He can. You can still sufficiently prove yourself.
He's training every day.
I know.
All right, hold on. Chiesa's been a good example. He's still not even getting a look in. So we can say
he's player of the month.
Liverpool played him up. So okay. That's crazy.
We can't talk about a player of the month.
That'd be crazy. So like,
big distinction.
I hear what you're saying, Tom. He might not have been looked at as, that's my guy. Elliot's my guy. But if Elliot's on the pitch, at least then he can prove to an extent that, no, I can be part of this when I can be used. He
came on against PSG, and he did, and in other games he came on, and he was quiet. No, but in other games he came on and he was quiet, and it was quite clear that he didn't quite suit it. And basically, and I don't even think this is even controversial for me to say. From my understanding, his game time was far below what he wanted himself, and by far below, we're talking these little extra appearances you're saying he could have had last season probably wouldn't have justified, him wanting to stay at the club. Harvey
he was a starter for us in the second half of Klopp's last season.
He was progressing at a rapidly different rate under Jurgen Klopp than what he did when Slot came in, and it's not because of Slot that progression actually started to fall off while Klopp was still at the club due to his injuries and due to that momentum shift and bringing in new players and whatever have you. So for me, I feel dead sorry for Harvey because I think he's got all the ability in the world, but none of the luck's gone his way. And in football, you need a bit of both. You need the ability and a bit of the luck. Last season, I completely understand why he weren't in the team. Harvey almost understood it. And it's like, he knows his ability is far more than what he was getting.
He didn't complain much because he understood why he wasn't in it. He wasn't happy. He understood. The manager... There's a reason why Curtis Jones played, because we all agree here. I'm sure we all agree. If I had to pick someone to play the 10 last season, if it wasn't Szoboszlai, I'd rather put McAllister there because McAllister's better at passing and he's more of a goal threat than Curtis Jones. But we know what the manager wanted from his 10 last year. So a lot of what you've got to look at.
Tyler Morton situation as well, by the way.
A lot of what you've got to look at with the squad makeup is what the manager wants from that position. So we look at the DM and we're going, Endo's there as a closer. Yeah, because he doesn't do what the manager wants. If we're not going to play Gravenberch, who's he going to play there? He's probably going to move McAllister there or Szoboszlai there because they offer similar play styles. He could have bought someone, but he believes he's got the solutions there.
But here's my question back to that. Given how we played last season, I'd understand Elliot not being used as much as he would have probably been liked to. But the moment you buy a Florian Wirtz, surely that should suggest to an Elliot, maybe I have a chance here. I'm not saying he's better than Florian Wirtz. He's absolutely not.
If anything, that tells me the complete opposite, Cal.
Yeah, because now he's got another guy.
Florian Wirtz is a very different 10 to Szoboszlai. Very different 10.
He's very different, but he's Florian Wirtz, and there's no pathway into the team if Florian Wirtz is there.
No, but there's more chance of a rotation. So, for example, if there's a League Cup game or FA Cup game, then surely Elliot could be the number. If you're going to mold the new number 10 to be not a Szoboszlai reincarnation, a creative number 10 who can score goals, then that's effectively what Harvey Elliott is. So, wouldn't you say to Harvey Elliott?
Limited himself. Let me just say this. Go on, Tom. Go on.
The only thing I want to say is I'd agree with you if Florian Wirtz weren't like near the top of all our running stats again. It's not like we brought in Florian Wirtz and gave him the license to not be a physical, not do the press and not be a physical thing. We brought him in and still asked him to do that stuff. Harvey didn't though. Harvey wasn't good at it. Harvey wasn't good at it in the 10. That's why he didn't play.
People might not like saying it. Harvey, in my opinion, is a better presser of the ball than Gakpo and Salah.
Yes, he is. But they also don't play the 10.
Yeah.
No, but this notion, Harvey Elliott was actually one of our better pressing players. He wasn't as physically good as the others, but he always chased stuff down. He always was making interceptions and tackles.
He did.
He worked hard, but he didn't fit the mold of the 10. This is what I'm saying. I would love for Harvey Elliott to stay.
Last season.
You know what's funny? He's probably going to end up coming back. Villa don't want him. Emery don't want him. So he's probably not going to hit the appearance fee. And then he's going to come back at the end of the season. And we're going to have to look at it all again. But as it stands with this manager, Harvey Elliott doesn't fit the physical profile for what he wants from his 10. So I'm not shocked to see why he was moved on. And when we're saying we could use him on the right wing, again, I don't disagree. But then we bought Frimpong, who the manager insists is a right winger. So if Salah goes off in a game and Frimpong's fit, Frimpong goes on there.
It's because we don't have another right winger. I said this in the summer. We don't have another right winger.
That means you've only got one right back.
But Frimpong was brought in as that sort of facilitator if we need as one. We've got who can play.
Yeah, that's what. Brother, I was telling this in the summer when we bought him. Why are you moaning, Cal? Frimpong can cover right wing as well as right back.
It's cover.
Right. So we can't change the narratives. Hammers, I want to come to you with the next point, and then I'll come to you with the last one on this press conference, or this little quote from the press conference. Slot speaking about pre-season and sort of a lack of fitness. Now, Isak one, I understand.
He was asked about it though. This is what we need.
I'm not saying he just came out.
Yeah, he was asked about it.
Do you think he's valid in what he's saying with regards to a lack of, again, this is except Isak. Do you think he's valid in saying what he's saying in regards to a lack of pre-season, etc.? Because if I'm not mistaken, wasn't it only Leone and Isak who came in after the pre-season?
We had to disrupt the pre-season a little bit as well with everything that happened.
Of course, with the past.
McAllister also didn't have his pre-season because he was injured.
Macca did it. Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, there was more.
Joe Gomez as well. If I just want to keep adding players,
and you see what we've just clarified there with each other. That's all Slot clarified to a question about that situation. I don't think he's pointing to pre-season as the sole reason why we are where we are, but he was asked the question about it. And I think the response was appropriate enough. Do you know what I mean? I think it was obvious that there was a disruptive pre-season. But if I said to Slot in this exact format a question, do you think that's the exact reason why you are where you are? He's saying no. But you're asking me about pre-season. I'm letting you know it was disruptive.
I'll quickly read it for those that might not have the visual. So I'll just quickly read out for them. We handle the situation as it is. Alex, Isak, let me use as an example. Pre-season was inside the season. People ask why he plays. Otherwise, I have to play Hugo every game. Both strikers, Owen Hargreaves showed me, both played 34 games last season. We play 60 over here, so I need Alex having as many games as he can. And that has been something with him and a few others. Frimpong, Bradley. If one is out, one has to play more. Hence, Szoboszlai at right back more. That has been something.
Sorry, can I just stop that there? That bit I don't agree with, because Bradley and Frimpong are both available, and Sobo was playing right back still. That
was when that was only the start of the season, I think.
Yeah, and Frimpong had just came back. Conor Bradley had still been relatively new from the fitness issues. There was still context to why Sobo stayed at right back for the game. I think.
There has been something every team, so it's not an excuse, but it was different than last season. Last season they all had one Premier League experience as minimum. They stayed fit. Now some have to play more than you want them to, but it's just a situation as it is. We have enough to play the games, but I have to take care of a few of them. Why I made the decision not to play 7 or 8. So that's when he's talking about
the Palace game.
You know, playing the kids. And I'll be honest, I still don't even think that's an excuse to not put at least 3 seniors on the bench. Like just having all kids, basically, to me. And again, feel free to disagree with me, guys. I think he threw the game. I genuinely think he threw the game. Not like, oh, I'm going out. I just want to lose the game.
No, he sacrificed it for the Villa result.
I think that's the best. That's the best way to say it. He sacrificed the game. And in my opinion, I understand that you're thinking about Premier League and Champions League, but we're in such bad form and you want to make winning mentality at the club. And I think it's unfair to the kids that they've got no one to look to when things are going wrong on the pitch. Like you saw Joe Gomez have a really bad game. Robertson tried his best, but there was no one there to kind of help them through the game. And in my opinion, that is a bit of bad management. And not only that, it's to the fans as well that went to that game. And even though the fans might not have expected every single top player to play, they would have wanted to see at least a couple of, the first teamers just to help out and things like that. And that's the bit that I didn't like. And I just feel like he let us down, in my opinion, like as the coach.
I'd love to interject because a lot of people, they've probably seen me tweets. They see me stance on Slot. We don't disagree on as much as you think. Everything you just said there, I agree with. I said after the game with Crystal Palace, I said he's threw away a game in the hope that he wins that he has the players fully rested, fully ready for the Aston Villa game, which, listen, I'm in the boat of, you better hope that pays off, but I'm never a fan. I'm never a fan, no matter what manager I like. I've seen Pep Guardiola do some mad things. I've seen Jurgen do some mad things as Liverpool manager. This was one of those things with Slot where I was like, oh, why aren't you bringing 2 or 3 senior players? We have no supported firepower for Chiesa in that game to come off the bench or starting realistically. When your second most dangerous player on the pitch is Rio Engamoe, with the squad that we've got, and on the bench, by the way, again, no one on the bench. I found that ludicrous because it is you communicating to me. You are happy to throw away this game against decent level Premier League opposition that you could have predicted would have started a good side. So for me, I agree with.
You agree? Yeah, that's fair. You agree. That's fair.
Do you know what I posted the morning after? Do you know what
I haven't seen it. I don't know. So people are saying this stuff, but I haven't seen it. I don't know, bro.
What I posted the morning after was basically, this is still my gaffer. Because I didn't ever look at Jurgen's 1 bad game or 2 bad games or bad spell and go, right, I'll see you later. I looked at Jurgen, I looked at the good things that he'd shown me across Borussia Dortmund. When he lost them 2 finals, when he came in, I understood we were bad. But I also understood we've got a manager who's going to take us somewhere from Dortmund. He took them somewhere from Mainz. He took them somewhere. And with Arne Slot, he takes clubs places. And there's also temporary drop-offs in his spells. But ultimately, getting rid of a manager like that absolutely removes anything he can do going forward. And what he's shown he can do across multiple of his clubs is not just turn things around, but make it so fruitful. Then clubs is calling him the best managers that they've ever seen at their club. Do you know what I'm saying? By making just simple tweaks. So the point is that it's all right to be upset with him in isolated games. It's all right to be like, right, Slot does need to take a part of this bad form. And I don't want anyone to think otherwise in that. But turning on a manager who has proven so much good in his career, from a data standpoint, from what you're seeing on the pitch standpoint, what you've seen off the pitch, I think it's just a little bit too fickle for me to jump on board with a manager getting called out just yet. Because the problem I have as well with a lot of people who want him out, there's not a solution.
You out there, Callum, just so you know.
No, this isn't just Callum, no.
But this is a healthy discussion. That's why.
James, you went viral 2 days ago. Someone.
No. But again, I don't know about. Again, we don't know.
Or I don't. Both of your tweets where you were like.
No, but again, I don't know about how many. That's why I'm glad he's talking because now because again, I haven't seen the tweet. People are just giving me. Obviously, they're going to give me just like the buzzwords and whatever. And that's why I'm kind of glad. This is what the show's about, isn't it? Because people cannot actually explain, and that's why again I wanted Hammers to explain because again I haven't seen the tweet.
You just say it in a mad way, don't you?
Obviously, yes, Twitter because you just wanna, you know what I'm saying? You're clapping back or whatever.
Damn, Callum is enemy of the club.
I'm not gonna lie though. I do think anyone who wants Arne Slot out, more importantly, I'm providing a solution of a replacement. So as of 31st of October 2025. You're saying you want the manager out, all right? Who do you want the manager in then? Because if you don't have a manager in, you're sitting in a position of comfort saying, right, I'm letting it be known I'm not happy with what this manager's doing. Just stick to that. The Arne Slot in and Arne Slot out doesn't represent, oh, don't like what they're doing at the moment. I like what he's doing at the moment. We can't all sit there and say what we said for him about last season and then change that after the bad patch. And then people will say to me, well, it's been from March. But then from March to May's problems were completely different to the problems that we're foreseeing now and the problems that we had in the summer. We've undergone a lot. So anyone who's compiling that period together is being genuinely dishonest in their arguments because it's not the same. It's all not the same. So that's why I think if you're ignoring from August last season to March and only compiling what you've seen from this season before, and even many good signs that we've seen this season. I thought Arsenal was an all right performance. I thought Atletico was a great performance. We conceded 2 quite jammy goals. These were my views. But I'm hearing people saying to me, we haven't had one good game, not one good half of football.
I agree. I think Atletico was a fantastic game, by the way. Atletico was actually unbelievable.
No, it was one of our best games this season.
We dominated them. Matt, just to double check, because I don't know your thought, are you also slot out?
Not right this second, no. But I'm on the verge, I'll be honest.
Damn, so the only enemy is Callum.
No, it's not even, but let's not do the enemy thing. No. But let's say, here's the thing, though.
It's content.
No. I just want to say this, though. If you're slot in or slot out, everyone has their opinion as to why they have or how they feel. I don't even think there's even a right answer. I just think people want to see
there is a right answer.
I don't think there is a right answer, and I'll tell you why there's not a right answer. What you said, yeah, I understand it, but I might not agree with it. And I might say something that you might understand, but you might not agree with it. And I just think it's how you see things, because I could look at it and go, all right, Slot has been amazing since his time at Liverpool. But just because you've done something last year and you can't now find solutions, how do I know that you're going to solve them? Because now I'm going back to last year just to think that you can now solve it because I'm going off your track record. But the problem is now you're creating all these issues, and for people to see these issues, including rivals, even just like normal.
These people aren't entitled to their opinions, but I'm entitled to tell them that they're wrong, right?
Yeah, but then I'm entitled to say you're wrong though, because I could say that
that's the discussion. Yeah. But what I'm saying is that's the discussion. What I'm trying to say to you is and I'll hear Cal's points now. I haven't been given a more than good enough reason yet for what I think is a premature jump on a bandwagon for the league winning manager to be sacked after everything that's happened. I think it's and by everything I mean like with all the change of the transfers coming in and out. I'm not just talking about the tragic stuff. I know when people are saying out, they'll be thinking of that as well. And some people won't even include it into the decision-making of the professional of the football pitch. But again, there's loads of discussions you can have around it. Cal, I actually want you to speak because you're the only slot outer here. And you haven't spoken yet.
You're the only slot outer here, so you have to explain yourself.
You have to explain.
Just quickly, before you do that, though, James, they're saying something about, and again, I haven't seen the tweet. Just want to make it clear. They're saying about you called them
I can
enemies.
send you both tweets right now.
I said slot outers are our enemies because I believe by enemies of the football club. No, I did. I said that the enemies of the football club.
Sam is loving this. Look,
I'm just telling you because I just said it in the group chat.
In my view,
you think James Redmond ain't shy?
You're willing to
bring something up, he'll bring it up.
No, I agree.
I agree.
Do you still feel that way now, or do you kind of more go like? You still think people that?
So we are. Jamie Phillips wanted Klopp sacked in that 6-game period where he lost games at home, right? Jamie Phillips wants them sacked. He said that on stream. I'm not calling him out.
Yeah. I know.
He was the enemy to me in that moment, absolutely, because he wanted my greatest ever manager sacked off a bad period, right?
Yeah.
And now I'm seeing Cal, a man who has helped me build this very community that we stand on right now. All of us here took our part on building the very foundations. And my very own partner up here wants my manager sacked, Arne Slot. My manager who won us number 20. My manager who has shown tactical prowess far more than the struggle that we've seen on the pitch. I don't disagree with the red flags. I'm just saying give a manager an opportunity to get through the red flags for the fruits later.
James, just before we have to let Callum explain himself because he's the only slot out.
I agree.
So let me just read James's tweets, okay? So
all of them.
No, I'm just
I'll
gonna
put them on the screen.
the
Do you
two
want to put them on
ones.
the big screen?
This is brilliant.
I've tweeted a lot of shit, by the way, boys. I've
Guys,
tweeted
can we
so much
relax?
shit.
I'm just. Why is everyone?
Have you not ever seen that scene from Transformers where the guy's like he slams it down, he just starts grassing up everything the person said? That's a
Yeah, I
right
just
now.
want Callum to
Someone's
even
a
change
jinx.
himself.
Matt,
Let
Sam's
Callum
loving
answer.
this.
So this is the tweet. Yesterday was bad, but don't get it twisted. Slot outers are still enemy of this club. That's tweet number 1.
That's right.
Tweet number 2. I expected from the faceless pages, but even the very Liverpool YouTube community I helped build is tearing down my manager.
Oh,
I'm not having it. There's a very few of us good guys left. I'm honored to be part of the good guys.
There was one fella genuinely fuming on behalf of Cal, by the way.
Wait. As the enemy of Liverpool Football Club, Callum, we would like an explanation.
Cal, I just need to tell you this because I don't know if this fella's messaged yet, but there was a fella, right? And this conversation went in so many mad directions. You need to look at it on Twitter. But it was like, oh, why haven't you said this? Why are you acting like a tough guy online? You haven't said this to Cal or Jamie on a show. I said, I haven't been booked on a show with Jamie or Cal since Cal made that decision. And he was like, well, see, you're a shitbag and see you next Tuesday and all this. And I was like, hang on a minute, you've just called me a see you next Tuesday for tweeting online and not saying it to Cal's face. I was like, it's not even that mad. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, everything we can
I've only called him the enemy of the football club.
Anyway, he's a good guy.
Exactly. You are the enemy to my agenda. Exactly.
Go ahead,
Right.
Callum.
I want to start by saying this might not be great for content and stuff, and people might switch on here. I don't take that stuff personally that Hammers is saying. It is football, it is what it is.
No,
But
Cal,
I
do
will
it
say
again.
that-
Do it again. We need like a. Oh my god, that's really
No,
heavy,
no,
James.
you're not going to get that from me.
You
But
know,
what I
Better
will
than the
say-
Endo debate you're trying to start at the start.
I think I can categorically rebuttal pretty much everything you said, Hammers. And I'll start with the form stuff. So I don't think the form or the bad form started from March. I think the bad form started from January. I went through. Oh, where's Tom?
he just got lagged out. How do you explain? Continue.
No, he lagged out. He lagged out. He'll be back in a sec. He lagged out.
Keep on explaining,
on.
enemy.
No, because
Hold on.
I want him to.
Where's Tom gone? I'm here.
No, because you disappeared on my screen on the bottom bit of my screen, and then
Why
Hammers is
can't
back
I
now.
see Hammers?
I'm at the
Yeah,
bottom.
yeah.
That's not what you
Sorry,
said.
boy. My man
I
went off.
I want to be clear. I didn't kick James out of the stream or anything.
No, that was why. That was the Wi-Fi and
That was
Cavetale. Don't you
Wi-Fi,
worry.
yeah, you have to clarify
yeah.
because they'll think you're Kim Jong Un.
I'm being a
I'm liking
dictator.
it.
All right, so James, again, feel free to rebuttal any of this.
Yeah, man.
I don't think any of the bad form started from March. I think the bad form started from January. And
Okay.
I went back through all the games we've played from January up until now. And I think it was 42 games. That was before the Palace game. And out of the 42 games, I think 23 of those, despite the results, we had actually played pretty poor in those games. I think 9 of them we had played average at best, and the other 10 we had played either very good or brilliant.
Yeah.
For me, having a 1 out of 10, having a 1 in 4 game where every fourth game is brilliant, for me is not good enough. In the same way, if we had a player in the team and only 1 out of their 4 matches was an 8 or 9 out of 10, and the rest were 5 or below, we'd be sitting there saying they should be out of the team. Another issue I have with Arne Slot is at the moment it feels as though he's calling players out more and more in press conferences, and when that happens, I think it puts a sour taste in the player's mouth.
Can you give me examples of that, please? If that's
when the Palace game happened, for example, when he speaks about, I think he was saying someone missed the. I think he was speaking about someone tried to go on a counter attack and vacated a space or something like that.
Gakpo. So on their second goal, as it gets headed back in, Gakpo's left the box trying to go on a counter attack in the 96th minute.
That was the Man United game, Tom. That's the Man United game.
Not that it's too important, but did he mention Gakpo's name? It's not important anyway.
He said a player.
A player. Yeah, there was a player. So this is why I think as well it's unfair to try and expect a man to be differently from when he wins to when he loses. So when we won, he was more than happy to point out a mistake from an individual on our side. It's a way he's always managed. And I feel like now it's only a problem because the problems have came in and it's being translated as he's throwing players under the bus. I don't think that's fair, unless you're saying he's throwing players under the bus when he does it when he wins as well, maybe. But I don't ever have that impression. And I also do think if he's more wanting a player to be thrown under the bus or to be signalled out, then he does mention Gakpo as well. Do you know what I mean? I do.
Sorry. The people in the comments going, he threw Ekatike under the bus by calling him stupid. He was fucking stupid.
He was stupid. Yeah, he was stupid. Yeah, he was.
Yeah, it was stupid.
But you want my managers to sit there and go, oh, it's fine.
Yeah,
No,
that's
he
not
would
getting
do.
thrown into the
That's
bus.
not throwing. Ekitike threw himself under the bus there.
Exactly.
With regards to what you're saying, no, there, Hammers. For me, how that came across and how that was delivered in the press conference made it feel as though we lost the game because of that. We, in my opinion, lost the game against Crystal Palace because of poor tactics, poor setup, and the fact that we were chasing the game from the first couple of minutes. And that's what my frustration was there. In terms of the tactics and formation at the moment, I think it's comical at best. If we saw another manager doing the stuff that he was doing currently, we'd be questioning it and calling it out. I think his use of players is terrible. I think he's trying to fit square pegs in round holes. I think he's playing players to their weaknesses as opposed to their strengths. And I think ultimately it's having a knock-on effect on the whole team and the whole squad. In terms of who a replacement would be, I think from a logical standpoint, Iriola and Glasner are two managers you could look at and go, they're getting the most out of their players at the moment. Maybe they can.
Callum, you're not saying the
So if you were on board, let
Carl finish.
Options first.
Hassam, let him finish.
My logic, from a logical standpoint, from an illogical standpoint, I'll be the first to say illogical. But I think Gerrard could do a job with this situation at the moment as well. That's just me. That's illogical. I'm not even saying I'm right here, but that's completely in my mind what I think could happen. And I know I could be completely wrong. In terms of my biggest thing at the moment, Hammers, is he's created this mess that we have right now. I don't trust him to fix the mess. And the reason why I don't trust him to fix the mess is because he keeps on making mistake after mistake after mistake. And it seems as though he's almost oblivious to it. And I don't see any indication as to how and why he fixes the issue. In terms of form this season, we all sat here and we were laughing and giggling, and rightly so, saying we're 5 out of 5, we're not even playing well. But the reason why we were all laughing and giggling is because we thought to ourselves, we're going to kick on and start picking up the performances. And then with the performances, if we're playing crap and winning, imagine when we start playing well. We haven't played well in maybe more than 2 games this season. Atletico Madrid and maybe Everton first half. The rest Frankfurt as well. Barring that, it's been beyond poor. And for a Liverpool team of this level, a squad of this level, for me, there's no excuse for that. It's incomprehensible why we are playing like this. In terms of motivation, I've watched Liverpool play a few times now. And granted, I think we're a hard-working team, hard-working players. But there's a difference between not running hard and not looking motivated. At full time against Brentford, the players looked dejected. So Boslai's going up to the fans doing all of this, saying, like, the fans aren't the issue. And when I'm seeing players and coming out and saying, or even big accounts on Twitter and stuff saying, if you can't support us when we're winning, don't support us when we're losing. You do know support is a two-way street in the sense of you can be very kind to people when they're doing things well. But also, I'm saying this to you guys in this chat here. If I started doing stupid stuff, support also looks like calling me up or message me and going, Cal, you're wrong for doing that. This is why you're wrong. Support isn't just a one-way rosy street. Support is, I help you when you're doing good, and I also help you when you're doing bad. Just because we're calling things out that aren't right, or that we don't like, doesn't make us non-supporters or bad supporters. It means we're looking at a system and going, this isn't right. We still love you, Liverpool. We still support you.
You want to tear it up from the top, basically. But from the manager, you want to tear that off. And you're saying, we'll go forward with this new idea. And what we're saying is, all the current struggles you're having isn't an issue. You can have those current struggles, you can have those current beliefs, because we've probably got them as well about the current form.
Yeah.
We're just saying we don't want to lease a manager and let him out in October based on the substance of one patch where we've had a lot of bad results in comparison to previous, where even though we can play bad or not, we were still winning games.
But the patch of bad results for me has just extenuated the situation from before. So these red flags that we're seeing, again, Hammers, you could be completely right. These could be red flags that you can turn it around.
Yeah.
But in life, sometimes when you see red flags, that for me is an indicator to say you kind of want to step away from that. We all have this joke running, like if we see red flags in a woman, we probably go, guys, we should probably leave this one. Yeah, she might be beautiful, this, that, and the other, but let's not go down that route because it's red flags. I'm seeing, well, maybe not Hassam.
Not Hassam,
I'm seeing red flags.
If that woman was a big reason why I achieved my biggest dream, which slotted in terms of winning number 20, and then she had a bad period where she was a little bit off the rail, she was causing me a few headaches and all that, and I'm like, oh, this is a bit of a seedy red flag, this. I'm not going to lie, I'd be a little bit like underwhelmed. I'd be a bit like, this is disappointing. I'd be a bit like, oh my God, I need to go and stay at my mum's. But we've been through shit, mate. Do you know what I mean? Let's stick it out.
I hear that as well. But at the same time, if this had been continuing, but things have just been getting worse, then you're sitting there going, you know, this for me isn't good enough. And I look at this and I can't look at Liverpool and sit there and go, we haven't been given the resources to succeed. And I said this going into the season, it's a transition year, but I still expect to win the league this season. And if you don't expect to win the league as Liverpool manager or Liverpool fan base, when we've just done what we've done in the window, after building off the back of what Klopp left, after building on the back of what Slot did last season, then respectfully, we're not doing the right thing.
Hussam, I'd love to jump in here if that's all right with you, Hussam. Yeah, nice one. So there was a lot there, so I can't go through every single point because I didn't list every single point.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
But I'll just give my view on it and why I think that some of the stuff there is a little bit flawed. And first and foremost, I think you talk about what Klopp left. Klopp hadn't won the league for 4 or 5 years and ultimately finished 3rd and 5th in his final 2 seasons at the club. You know, what Slot took over was a team that was perceived by many supporters that the older players were getting a little bit too old. The midfield hadn't quite settled in how the old midfield has. And Slot made a very simple tweak that I don't think any of us would have foreseen Klopp making that same tweak and Gravenberch to the 6. That was a crucial decision, such a basic decision, a small decision that made such a big difference to winning the league in his first season. Second of all, I actually think that is his downfall at the moment. I think his success has clouded where you think this club is at the moment. I think just because we had a Real Madrid window doesn't mean we've had Real Madrid results over the past couple of seasons. I think it was quite evident that Klopp, towards the end of his time, after that quadruple chasing season where we obviously got the 92 points, we got to every final and whatnot. You know, after that season, we saw a decline because we went more away from the identity of what would have been our prime Liverpool team. And it wasn't just the identity that went, the players changed, some of the philosophy changed. And in circumstances, one thing that I heard about Klopp all the time was that he ran the players into the ground. That was a big reason why when it got into the critical stages of, you know, March till May, we'd fall off and also players would get injured. That was something that was cited by a lot of supporters at the time. The reason why I mention this is because this was a thing that Slot came in and basically sorted out immediately. He has one of the best injury records across Feyenoord and Liverpool. And I think long term, you will not find as many managers who have such track records when it comes to injuries. This season, again, I think it is fair to mention the pre-season. I know people don't like it because they have... before I move on to that, the point I was going to make, what Klopp led us into to 3rd and 5th, Slot then changed that round with a few tweaks, with a bit of a calmer style of play. We won the league. I think that's now clouded you into thinking we absolutely must be winning the league every single season. The reason why I think that's flawed from any fan, it's not wrong. You can think we're going to win the league, but the absolute necessary right to go and win the league when you've got the likes of Arsenal who haven't had to replace, they've had to add. Right? We went out and had a great window, no doubt about it. That being said, a lot of these players are adjusting to what is a new system. I would also argue, Cal, to get to long-term success, you sometimes have to go through short-term stagnation. Every single team in history that has gone through, you know, big transitions or, you know, teams with big-name players. AC Milan under Ancelotti, they weren't known for being league winners. That was Juventus during that time. I think the one that went on to win the league, I think that AC Milan team went on and finished 4th or 3rd. The one we faced in 2005, I think it was similar, about 3rd or 4th.
Ancelotti's AC Milan didn't win the league after like 2003.
Yeah. So the point is you know, player names on paper plus us winning the league last season doesn't automatically need the expectation to be we win the league or the manager gets sacked. To factor in the style of play. So last season, we understand towards the end of the season, from January till the end, which you're talking about, there was context to the way that we played, in the sense that we were transitioning slowly from where we were going to where we were going to. And obviously we had the big games against PSG where we saw the red flags, for instance. Them tactical tweaks obviously wasn't ideal. There was even admittance from the manager from March onwards there was fitness issues, which I think were more than fair, because obviously it was evident on the pitch and that they were run down a little bit. We then get into the summer and we undergo everything that happens with Jota, sadly. And we undergone everything that happened with the transfer business. The ins and the outs was just drastic when it came to the volume of who we signed and who we didn't. Then you go into the season itself. You still haven't got Isak signed. You've still got these new players bedding in, a lot of them which are young. And then what you're telling me is the start of this project, we tear it apart 2 months after we've started it. Now, if I was on the perspective, now I understand you're probably speaking on, if you were the Michael Edwards of Liverpool Football Club, what are you going to do? I'm more thinking of, if I'm on the side of Michael Edwards and Richard Hughes right now, if I'm on a board meeting with them, I'm thinking the worst thing we can possibly do is throw away all the data analysis we put on this manager, all of the green flags that he's demonstrated throughout the majority of his career, and sack him after, on results, one really critical bad patch. And I'll also contextualise those results. I think
What's your cutoff point, James, by the way? I've never asked you this. What's your cutoff point? What's your cutoff point?
My cutoff point.
Me and you both have the same opinion on the manager, but what's your, like, at what point in time are you gonna go like, okay, maybe this isn't working out? Like these next 3 games, as an example. If we lose all 3 of them,
it could be the next 3 games. It could be the next 3 games, but you know that when it comes, you know what I mean. You know that.
Yeah, I know. I agree with that. I said it's a feeling. If I feel like Slot can't take us forward, I'll feel that way.
Yeah, exactly. And until I've got that belief as well.
James, just quickly, can I ask you just one quick question?
I was just going to make one point.
Yeah, go on, bro.
About adding a bit of context to the results recently. I think in a lot of the results, and for the reason that we have undergone a big tactical transition, I think a lot of the results have been very narrow. I think a lot of them could have went in our favour. They didn't because of tactical errors. However, what I've been saying is all this time is we can give the manager those opportunities to tweak those tactical errors, which we've seen him do before. And then we go on and we turn those, what was, until Brentford, and even that was 3-2, but I thought we got battered that game. Until then, a lot of the games for me were even. They shouldn't have been on paper. It should have been more in our swing. And when I say even, I mean in terms of how we could have went on and won the game in the final 20 minutes and whatever.
I mean, United, we had how many chances to score? We didn't. Chelsea, we had chances.
Yeah.
No, but again,
this is what
Chelsea didn't have as many chances.
No, but no. Sorry, Tom.
United didn't have as many chances.
Tom. I need to ask James something just quickly. Apologies. Don't forget what you're going to say. I do apologize, Tom. Just quickly, James, with everything that you're saying, I just want to ask you one simple question.
Go on.
Are the manager's tactics failing Liverpool?
The manager's tactics are failing Liverpool, but they can get us somewhere. And it's not the idea or the plan, it's the tweaks and the adjustments to the plan. With the specifics of the system, it is taking a while that the adjustments of this system is also being made. It's also quite clear that there's player relationships that haven't quite fully flourished. So though you can sit there and say the manager's still getting used to the players, you have to sit there and say the players are still getting used to each other. These are transitional periods that all clubs have needed in the past. It was the reason why when Pep Guardiola first came into Manchester City, he finished, am I right in saying 3rd or 4th? In his first season with City? And on paper, that squad would have been more than certainly expected to be finishing first. So for me, that's why I'm sitting here and I'm looking at our current situation and I'm going, do you know what? It's not looking good in the short term, but long term, I've got the team. A fairly young manager at that. He's demonstrated at multiple levels. He's shown at AZ Alkmaar he can get them competing in the Dutch league. He demonstrated with Feyenoord, despite having less resources than PSV and Ajax, he can get them winning stuff. And then he came to us and he won us the league in his first season. And my overarching point is, if he didn't win the league in his first season, if he took a Klopp's 3rd place Liverpool to 4th place last season, I think people look at that and go, right, 4th place, not bad. Would have been nice to have a little bit more, but it's not the worst in the end of the world for his first season, which means our projection this season would have probably been a lot different. It could have been, right, we should win the league, but it's not an absolute necessity. The necessity comes from the fact that we've won the league. So
I really don't think it's just
downfall as well.
I really don't think it's as simple as the manager's tactics are failing Liverpool or whatever. I think it's a lot more complex. And I think yes, some of the manager's tactics haven't been correct. In some games, he has been tactically outclassed, especially by managers that we think he shouldn't be. But in other games, his players have let him down. Because, I'm sorry, we can sit there and say Manchester United created some chances against us. They did. But that's down to individual errors. And some of them individual errors are not caused by the tactics. Arne Slot does not tell Virgil van Dijk when you're running back to stop running back for 2 seconds.
No, but he tells Conor Bradley to invert every single game, no?
And yet they weren't beating us down that side. They were beating us down
wait
the left side.
Wait. Wasn't it you that said, wasn't it you, and Hassan will back me up on this, wasn't it you that kept on saying Slot wants to play like PSG, yes or no?
He said that.
I said no, Hassan, you're back. No, you agree with me.
Yeah, he said that.
Yeah,
Tom, yeah, but I don't know what this has to do with my point.
Because what I'm saying is, you're talking about our tactics ain't really some of the issue when players are making individual errors. How about this though? What can happen is when you are a coach and you are telling your players to do individual things and it's not working, that is on the manager. Yes, the players, obviously they're playing, they're supposed to play the game. Tom, if the manager keeps asking you to do something and it's not working, is he not supposed to change it? 6 losses out of 7.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be honest, guys. I know there's a lot going on with our club. There's so many like things that we can break it down to, but I think we can all see as Liverpool fans, we just want to see the team improve. And I think it's the manager, in my opinion, that he has to make these changes. But
you're just removing all accountability from the players, then. And the
no. I'm not saying. Hear what I'm saying, Hammers.
But I'm just saying.
Hammers, hear what I'm saying.
We are getting all these chances. The XG's been similar, but we're putting it all on the manager. Let's just spread the balance. That's all I'm saying.
No, all right.
Do we look tactically set?
I don't think the balance is spread though. Even I don't want Slot gone, but I will say one thing about the players. Look, in science, you have controlled experiments where you keep all the variables same and you change one variable, and then you test what difference does it make. So far this season, whether through injury or rotation, I've seen Mo, Isak, Ekitike, Wirtz, McAllister, Gravenberg, all not play in the team, and we still end up losing games of football. So the controlled experiment leads me to think that it's more of a managerial mistake. Now, me personally, I believe that Slot will turn it around, not just results-wise, performance-wise, because there is no way that the tactical genius from last season has suddenly turned into like some tactical dumbass. Basically.
I understand that as well.
Like that's my thing. Like I look at him and I'm going like, okay, you're watching what we're watching. There's no way Hussam from Jordan can notice these tactical errors without any coaching license badges. There's no way that Mike from the United States can notice all these things and you can't. So obviously he sees these errors. So I think he needs to fix it. And I think he has the capabilities of fixing it. And I think he can easily, with simple tweaks, just change the way that we're performing out there on the football pitch. Because look, when we say players need to be held accountable, I agree. I hold players accountable for 20% of where we're at right now, and that's
the managers does as well. The managers does as well.
That's why I said that's why I brought up the whole controlled experiment thing, because bro, we've tried everything. So many different players have been dropped and blah blah blah. It's clear that the system is the one that doesn't work. By the way, even in the Crystal Palace game, the second goal, the one that Sar dinked, what's his name, Woodman, the second goal right there, just before the passes played, I think it was by Pino, if I'm not mistaken, to Ismail Assar. There's this much space open in midfield, the donut hole in midfield that we've referred to 100 times. Trey Ione is doing what Florian Wirtz would be doing. McAllister is doing what Gravenberg or whoever is playing DM will be doing. And as the Brentford game as an example, we all wanted Jones and Szoboszlai to start. I wanted them to start. Everyone wanted them to start. After Frankfurt, we all wanted them to start. But it's the positions that they're being put in. Even with Rio Gomoa, and once again, the Crystal Palace game actually for me is a prime example. Even with Rio Gomoa playing left wing, Kerkez is still inverting. Now, my thing is if I give you a A1 Wagyu beef and you attempt to make apple pie with it, that's on you. That's not on me. I gave you the beef. So that's why for me, I am absolving the club of responsibility. I don't think this is on FSG or Michael Edwards or Hughes or the recruitment. They've given us, to be honest with you, probably the best, they have given us the best transfer.
They give us all the tools, I agree.
By the way, in the summer, people were calling it the best Premier League transfer window.
That's what I mean.
We had an all-timer window. So it's on Slot to find the solution to put all these things together out there on the pitch. James Redmond mentioned Atletico Madrid. I agree with James. Atletico Madrid, we had 7 big chances created. They had 1 big chance created, and they scored 2 goals that is very low percentage goals. It's not like they're going to happen against you every game. Like Marcus Llorente is not going to score a half volley every single game.
No one was upset about that game.
Yeah, that's my thing. Now, my issue from that perspective now, my issue is, okay, Arne, you saw it worked against Atletico. Why didn't you just run it back? Just run back the same exact thing. Let's keep going what's working. By the way, Frankfurt, another example. Okay, Habibi, Frankfurt, it worked.
I agree.
Just run it back, bro. Just run it back.
All right, can I jump in?
I'm just going to say one thing now.
Final point, I'll just say this. On the Crystal Palace thing, I've never given a fuck about the Carabao Cup, ever. I have never cared about the Carabao Cup. I'm going to be honest with you. You can call me entitled. Yes, I am entitled. I'm a Liverpool fan. I get to be entitled. Most successful club in England. We get to be entitled, okay? So I don't give a fuck about the Carabao Cup. My issue is, look, given the run into this game, I actually wanted some players to play just to gain momentum. And the second thing is, look, you want to play the kids, Habibi, but keep a couple of options on the bench just in
On
case.
the bench,
shit
thank
hits
you.
the fan. You can be
Yeah.
like, give me an Ekitike 60th minute appearance, a Wirtz like 60th minute appearance in case shit hits the fan. You never know. And now what Slot doesn't realize is actually losing against Crystal Palace has just increased the pressure on the Villa game even more.
No,
Like,
it has.
it's made Villa like our World Cup final this Saturday. Like, you have to win this game. It's become it's a madness, this game.
I am sorry though, I do need to say something because I think I've triggered a lot of the chat. I don't know if it was the enemy thing on Twitter, but chat, come on, I'm not saying anything to use like personal or anything like that. All I'm saying is like from football, we can all have our thing of, and I don't mind. All I'm saying is with Arne Slot is I agree with all the on the pitch issues. Everyone seems to think that I'm disagreeing with that side of it, or the red flags that have came up or anything like that. All I've said is I agree with all these issues right now. I just have the belief that he is going to turn it around. So everything who Sam Budge just basically said there are times too. But you don't need to come at me because I'm Scouse or calling Scouse and shit. You know what I mean? Like, if you're a Liverpool fan and you have a problem with Scousers, you're already twisted in the head. And for me, I can't really like.
This chat has been crazy today, you guys. Like, you need to control yourself. I'm gonna be honest with you, man. Look, at the end of the day, all five of us, we have no like ability to change anything that's happening on the football pitch. So it's not on us. And I can tell you guys are being very toxic today because of the start of the show when I wasn't speaking. You're like, why is this guy not speaking? 5 minutes later, it's like, don't speak, let the other guy speak. Bro, what the fuck's wrong with you guys? Just relax. We're giving you content. We're having a great conversation. You don't have to just, you get me, be emotional about everything.
They need to smash the like button, though, guys.
Disagree with everyone. This ain't North Korea. Only one you can't disagree with on this channel is Callum. Other than that, disagree with everyone else. He's the Kim Jong-un. All of us, we can disagree. Just don't get hurt, man.
Guys, can we smash the like button? No, only 366 likes, and there's 1,488 raw. As soon as I said that, 18 people just left. Do you know how mad that is whenever I say that? As I said that, now 9 people have left. That's crazy to me. I'm seeing it in real time. Now, but guys, on a real though, can you please smash the like button? Can we get this show up to like 1,000 likes? There's 1,456 people in the YouTube space right now. In the YouTube space. And there's over 129 people on X. And there's 3 people on Twitter. Big up the Twitter people, them, even though there's only 3 of them. Yeah, big them up. This is a great show. And again, what you're hearing on this show is honesty, people giving their honest opinions. And again, I'll say this once, and Cal said it once again. If there's any disrespect, you will be removed. Don't matter whether it's to me, Cal, Tom, James, or
we're all mods, by the way. We can ban all of you. Just so
exactly.
You know.
There's nothing wrong with banter. There's nothing wrong with saying, I don't even care if someone's like, oh, Matt, whatever, man, you're chatting rubbish. I'm not bothered about that. But just make sure
you're a clown. We don't give a fuck.
Yeah, we don't care about it. Just make sure it's banter. I don't want to see no disrespect for anybody in the chat, because at the end of the day, I'm sure you people do enjoy the content. And not only that, we're giving you our honest opinions on Liverpool. And from what it seems like, everyone agrees and disagrees on the same thing. There's a lot of disparity right now, and this is what makes good content for you guys. So big up everyone in the chat again. And Tom, Tom wanted to say something because I cut off Tom.
It's never meant to be this toxic. What you just said.
No, of course.
You're toxic enough already. We need, like, you get me? We don't need toxicity in football. We're having a great conversation. I think this has been a great show so far. The only thing is, I just want to say one thing. The reason why I don't want Steven Gerrard to manage the club, if I ever hear anyone say Gerrard out, I'm going to crash out. Like, if Mike Das starts pulling up tactical boards to talk about Gerrard tactics, I'll pull up to the United States and punch him up. Like, you can't be, no one can be Gerrard out, bro. I refuse to hear the words Gerrard out. I'm not going to let the guy that dragged our club.
That is so real. That is so real, mate.
Years be abused by the fan base.
No one can disrespect Gerrard. I don't care. Gerrard's where the club will burn with Gerrard. Do you think
Gerrard needs to be like if we're in a real crisis, like bottom, like near the bottom?
No, of course, like Hudson or something, like something mad.
Gerrard's out. I'll
Odegaard or Solskjaer appointments. If we're that shit and
Yeah,
no
exactly.
positivity
We
in the
can't use the
football,
joke.
Gerrard
No,
could have
you
like a
got the
crap
Joker
base. We
card.
can't have
Yeah, we
anyone
can't
saying
use that
Gerrard
card
has a
yet.
good base to work with. Do you know what I mean?
Bro,
Like,
we cannot use that. You see, like you got like a
Imagine Mike
Joker
Nass
card.
telling
We
you
can't use
Gerrard
that
out,
card yet.
bro.
We
I'm gonna
can't use
pull
that
up to
card
the
yet.
US. What the fuck you mean Gerrard out, bro? What the fuck are you talking about?
Let me.
Sorry, Cal.
before-
Tom was gonna
go
say.
on.
I feel bad because Tom was gonna say something before, and it was my bad because I cut him off. I wanted to say something, man. Sorry, Tom. What was you gonna say, my bro? Apologies.
my point it's just back to the old who do you blame? I hold a little bit more to the players. Like, I get the manager deserves the majority. I'm not saying the manager doesn't deserve the majority. There have been some games where he's been tactically outclassed, but there's others where I look at it and individual errors or silly mistakes or a lack of basic sort of football and basics from the players, which the manager's obviously not asking them to do. That's where it gets me. So, like, I went through them losses then. Whilst we were talking, I went through them. Crystal Palace, we got battered in the first half, absolutely snotted. You got tactically outclassed. Second half, Canate started running his individual duels. We penned them in. We had 2 XG and we missed 3 clear-cut chances until Federico Chiesa scored. And then we made a silly individual error at our box. Did we deserve to win or get a result? No. But should we have got one? Yes. But but the players on the pitch couldn't fucked it over in the second half after the manager fucked it over in the first half. Chelsea. I actually don't think we were that bad against Chelsea, all things considered. They scored an absolute worldie, which McAllister should close down better. Outside that, don't think they created much until, again, the last minute of the game. Second half, again, we pen them in. We create more chances than them. We have double XG. We don't score our chances. Man United, we hit the post about 3-4 times. We create X amount of chances. We make silly mistakes, which lead to them getting goals and chances. And again, once we pull it back, the players switch off and we give it away. A lot of my gripe is with, yes, the manager's at fault for putting us behind in games. I don't disagree with that. The tactics at times do not set us up well and put us under pressure and lead us behind in games. 100%. But you know these games where we pull it back? You know, so Chelsea, Palace, and United, they're just 3 off the top of my head right now. You know these games where you pull it back? It's our own individual fuck-ups from the players that cost us. Every single one of them games where we fucked it with a late goal conceded,
when everyone
there's been
is
an individual error.
You can't blame everyone individually, Tom. By definition.
Can I say something?
In terms of what? I'm not blaming everyone.
You're saying the players need to be held accountable. I agree with that to an extent, but you know, it comes back to the controlled experiment point. Look, if I'm gonna sit here and go like, okay, Salah is at fault, Isak is at fault, Ektik is at fault, Wirtz is at fault, Gravenberg is at fault, McAllister is at fault, Curtis Jones is at fault. Like,
you can't ever do a controlled experiment, no, Sam. You can't do a controlled experiment because you don't play the same team 6 times in a row to figure it out.
That's not the point. No, the controlled experiment is I change one player and we still look like shit. That's the point. Like, okay, I've seen Mo dropped. I've seen Ektik dropped. Isak dropped. Wirtz dropped. Gravenberg, whether it's injury or whatever form, right? McAllister, blah blah blah, Soboslai, etc. Like, no one, and it's sort of like the same errors almost and the same types of goals we're conceding. By the way, the first goal we conceded against Brentford, as an example, I think Tom could have coached that goal. It's the most simple throw-in ever. Throw-in. Tallest guy, go get the layoff header, back post.
100%.
Nothing,
so
nothing,
that one, managerial error. That one's a managerial error. I don't know why he's got it set up to where one of the centre backs isn't on the first point of contact from the long throw when you know they've got a set piece coach as the manager and they thrive on long throws. Second goal that game, is that on the manager? No. Why the fuck's he giving it away in their half with a shit pass? And then why?
On him, though. I can load up images that Mike has prepared for everyone and stuff like that.
You say something. No. Sorry, guys.
We are going to set up like that.
Sorry, Tom. Just want to let Carl, because I think Carl wants to respond.
Yeah, you see the talk about individual errors. I completely get it, but shall I tell you why? Again, I don't feel as though we're being fair or balanced in what we're saying here, because we're only pointing out the individual errors that have been a detriment to Liverpool. Last season, we played Manchester United at home. Drew 2-2. We all remember that game, one of Trent's worst performances. Not one of us crashed out on Slot that day, and rightly so, because we all saw Trent, basically his mind was somewhere else, his footballing ability was someone else, and he effectively cost us that game, right? However, if we're going to call out individual errors that have cost us games or cost us goals this season, then we have to do the same for goals that we have scored then. So Newcastle, for example, they went down to 10 men because of an individual error, which gave us more control in that game, allowed us to get more goals in that game. With 11 men, there's an argument to say we were struggling against Newcastle.
Ironically, we won against 11 men. We drew with 10 men.
But Tom, we scored a goal against a run of play against Newcastle. So yes, we were winning, but if you actually watch the actual game, we were getting battered from pillar to post in that game. Everyone can agree on that. The Southampton game in the cup. Southampton game in the cup. I think the second goal, I think Chiesa was offside. That's an individual error from the officials and etc. The Burnley goal that we scored, that is from an individual error where the Burnley player throws his arm up and we get a penalty from that. We have not once mentioned that. So if we're going to talk about individual errors that have actually cost us, we also have to speak about individual errors that have helped us. Bournemouth, the last goal in the Bournemouth game where Salah makes it 4-2 and shuts the game off, their whole back line is sleeping. Their whole back line's sleeping. That goal could have easily been avoided. So I make those points to make this point. Whether you have a bad manager or a good manager, we've seen managers and we've laughed at people like Ruben Amorim, etc. How many times did Onana make mistakes and it was still Ruben Amorim still crap though? Onana made so many mistakes. Onana made so many individual errors, but effectively the issue at Manchester United was the tactics, how they were being employed, and the fact that Man United couldn't get the job done. So regardless of individual errors, the overarching issue is still the tactics. All players make errors. All teams make errors. Hold on. Let me land some. If we're talking about these players also making individual errors and not doing what they should be doing, then isn't it on the manager to take these players out of the team and replace them with other players? Because that hasn't been happening either. If we're looking at players like Mo Salah, who hasn't been playing well, Gakpo, who's been very predictable, Konate, who wasn't playing well at one stage, why weren't those players replaced in the starting 11? Why wasn't Konate taken out and Joe Gomez put in? Why wasn't Gakpo or Salah taken out and Chiesa put in? That, for me, is on the manager as well. Want to continue again, guys. I think one of you guys mentioned about Pep Guardiola in his first season finished third, and then with that squad, the squad that Pep Guardiola inherited was an aging squad and was really struggling. They hadn't won the league the season before, hence why he even came in the first place. Then he had a massive summer, integrated, if I'm not mistaken, about 5 or 6 new players into the first team, and then absolutely blitzed the league. So we can't even compare our situation to Pep Guardiola's situation, because the team he came into, granted how they spent their money and all that, we can speak about. But the team that he came into and had to rebuild, our team was better than that. Plus, Slot won a league. Then he added to the league winning team. Guardiola didn't do that. Guardiola came into a team that was just in the top 4, then maintained the top 4 status. So he actually did take over a transition period and won the league with said transition. We speak about Gravenberch as well, guys. And Hammers, I fully agree with you. And this is why I always say, as much as I love Klopp, I don't think Klopp would have won the league last season with Liverpool. And hence why I give full credit to Slot, because that tactical change to add Gravenberch into the midfield, play a double pivot with him being the anchor in there, for me, was brilliant. And the main reason why we won the league, in my opinion. But he's now changed that philosophy and given Gravenberch more freedom to get forward. He's also made it so when he isn't getting forward, he's the one who lies or sits in front of the back three, not the back 2, the back 3, because we use Kirkers to invert the back 3. And he is basically having to, or being asked or tasked with the job of fizzing balls into players ahead of him. But he hasn't got that eye of a pass like that, and he hasn't got the passing precision like that. So again, that's a fundamental flaw. We are in relegation form right now. If I'm not mistaken, the last time Liverpool went on a run this bad was like 72 years ago or something crazy like that. We are in as bad a form as you can be in. I shouldn't be seeing my manager in relegation form at all. Then, if we're saying we were starting to transition our style of play from January, then if we started transitioning our play from from the start of January, and we still haven't found a consistent solution on what to do, it shouldn't, in my opinion, take 10 months plus a pre-season in the middle of it, plus no pressure games at the end of one season to implement this new style. So the fact that we haven't done that either, for me, is a bad situation. I also look at how we're looking at things from a tactical standpoint. Tactically, I don't understand or know the identity of this team. I don't understand it or know it at all. And I think that is an issue. Then when Slot is coming out in press conferences saying, well, these are our weaknesses, this is how we are losing games, and I have no answer to it, I have an even more of a bigger problem. And then even in today's press conference, he says, well, the games against Aston Villa, they play out more from the back, and then Man City are a pressing team. So these games effectively should be easier for us. Then that means you go out and win these games then. Because if we don't, then what happens next? And me personally, the reason why I am Slot out is because I don't see him turning this around. And I know people will say, well, it's only October. Okay, we've effectively could lose the league by the 1st of November. So how long do you give the manager when we should have been winning the league this season, in my opinion? And yeah, I get Arsenal. They're a great team. But not one person in a Liverpool community this season said Arsenal going to win the league because of what we did and what we did last season. So if we're now using...
we would have won the league last year.
You're right, Hammers. I said we wouldn't. And that's hence why I said if we don't win the league last season, I ain't mad at it because we didn't do enough. I'm telling you right now, if we don't win the league this season, it is a massive disappointment. Massive disappointment, regardless of Arsenal or City win it.
I'm not a villain. I'm just trying to get two people together.
On your hammering point, yeah, Onana fucked up every game. Shaw fucked up every game. Maguire fucked up every game. Someone new fucked up every game. Ugarte fucked up every game. Casemiro fucked up every game. But you watch them games and you look at the stats. United didn't even deserve to win them games anyway.
And we haven't deserved to win some of ours, Tom.
The stats show we are playing better in our games than the results are getting for us, whether you like it or not. Now, that's not what people want to hear right now. Can
you break down the stats? Can you break down the stats?
The fact that
if you're going to talk about chances created and all that, then
what games did we deserve to win that we won?
No, you're saying no. I think the point.
I'm saying that out of this run of 6 losses, out of this run of 6 losses we've had, I don't think we deserved 6 losses. I think not all 6 of them should have been losses.
Yeah.
I don't think we played. I don't think the Chelsea one should have been a loss, for example.
We were poor in the Chelsea game.
He's not saying we weren't poor at times.
I'm not saying we weren't
plus an individual error.
Been a loss.
Individual errors.
Why shouldn't it have been a loss?
So why wouldn't?
Because I don't think Chelsea deserve to win.
But if you make individual errors, do you
hold on? Did we deserve to be Burnley then?
At the same time,
yeah.
Did we deserve to be Burnley?
They
had no shots. They didn't have a shot on target.
Hey, okay. Regardless
of
my
that, days, Carl, you saying we shouldn't have beat Burnley?
No. What did we do to deserve to win that Burnley game? Or the real guys?
We were on the offense the whole time. If you correlate the box, it's just basically
no, it's not the wrong game. No, it's not.
Newcastle is probably your best bet.
No, it's not. No, I specifically use the Burnley game because you can attack, but if you're not attacking very well, doesn't mean you deserve to win the game.
Are you talking about the handball? Sorry, to make sure I've got this right. The Frimpong one, yeah. Frimpong gets the not lucky, but he puts in and then we get the penalty.
We didn't watch long for that, Matt. We didn't deserve to win that game.
If you look at both of those teams, Burnley and Liverpool that day, and you come out of that game saying Liverpool didn't deserve to win, I don't know what it is for you, because there was one team who were there to win, and there was one team willing to absorb.
Burnley had 19% possession and 3 shots total in the game.
I think what Cal's trying to say is just because I think what it is though, you can dominate a game, but you haven't done enough to actually win the game. I do think there is a bit of a difference, guys. 100%. But I think again, that's up for debate, because you can look at it and go, we got lucky, because if it wasn't for that handball, did we really deserve to win that game? Because really and truly, we didn't create
how many clear-cut chances did you put in that game?
Clear-cut chances.
Did you watch the game?
Enough to win.
According to the stats, we got 4 big chances.
According to the stats, we watched the game.
According to the stats, you gotta use your eyes, bro.
Mate, I don't remember watching. I don't remember everything from that fucking game.
I did the worst memory on the show, but I still remember some things, bro. Come on, you watched the games.
Right, okay. The Canati header from the corner, which was 2 yards out, and he's put it over the bar.
That's true. That was a big chance. Well, yeah. I'd say that was.
You had the Frimpong one off the Rio Ingemore pass where he gets it unmarked.
Oh, when Rio plays him, yeah.
That was a clear chance.
How's that not a clear chance?
Because it's not a clear chance, Tom. Because I watched that. He received the ball, didn't take a great touch, and then you still got to take the shot. At that moment, he's getting closed down by the opposition, so we can't go across goal. Therefore, it's not.
Am I genuinely hearing we didn't deserve to beat Burnley that day? Is that what I'm hearing?
I think we deserve to win that game.
For me, we did get bailed out.
I don't even know why we got back. My point was, out of the losses that we've had, Palace, Galatasaray, Chelsea, United, Brentford, and Palace, think there's an argument to be made that we probably should have got at least a draw out of 2 of those games.
Galatasaray, we didn't deserve to lose. That one,
Galatasaray didn't deserve to lose, and in my opinion, Chelsea didn't deserve to lose. Chelsea, mate, they scored a fucking worldie off Caicedo, and then a last-minute goal because Andy Robertson got
He
injured.
was allowed to take that. He was allowed to score that worldie because he was allowed to take about 6 touches before he actually took the shot.
Because of individual errors.
McAllister.
No, because of setup. No, because of setup. Why is McAllister our deepest line midfielder?
Because
why is McAllister the screener?
But that wasn't a problem. We've done that before. It's not like that's a completely outlandish idea.
Issue, and that's an issue.
It's not a fundamental issue because when we done it last year, it fucking worked.
But last year we weren't using the same tactics, though, Tom. Can I just say something? One thing, and you
guys. That Chelsea game. That Chelsea game. That Chelsea game. No. That Chelsea game.
What did Gravenberch say after the Everton game?
Whoa.
Tom, what did Gravenberch say after the Everton game?
No, Matt.
Tom, what did Gravenberch say after the Everton game?
When you're sitting there and telling me we're not playing the same tactics, when you're sitting there and telling me we're not playing. Oh my God.
What did he say?
Playing the same tactics.
What did Gravenberch say?
Gravenberch said after the Everton game, in games this season that I've had more female movements.
No, he didn't. He said, last season I was asked to play the 6. This season, the manager has given me license to go forward.
What, so he's giving him freedom of movement? He can go where he wants.
Wait there. He's told the number 6 he has license to go forward. Last season, Gravenberch confirmed he was the 6th last year. The only time he wasn't really the 6th was the Man United game where McAllister was the 6th. Tell me I'm lying. Who was the deepest player at Old Trafford? It was McAllister. For the majority of games last year, it was Gravenberch. Now Gravenberch has been told he's been given license to go forward. Am I lying? Yes or no?
License,
or are we going to start saying BT and using AI? Come on, bro.
Not just.
Why are we acting like Gravenberch isn't there defensively? But why are we also acting like that game we played the midfield of last year? So
do you know what I'm going to do? I'm actually going to bring up a screenshot of where our build-up is and where Gravenberch is and where he's supposed to play the ball. Bro, there are so many fundamental issues that I don't understand why people are defending this.
That's entirely irrelevant to what happened for that goal. We're not about that goal. That goal, he's in that position that he's in because we're trying to stop the pass going in. The problem with that goal, because it's not an inherent issue, if Gravenberch is in a slightly more advanced position than McAllister, because that happened in other games last year at moments. The problem is McAllister makes an incorrect decision on when to jump out because he's not playing well this year.
Last season, sorry, Tom. Sorry, Tom.
When he makes that incorrect decision to jump out, because he jumps out on fucking whoever it is, and he can play the pass onto Caicedo. McAllister then doesn't have the legs to get across to Caicedo. But that's not because, you know what, Gravenberch shouldn't have been there. Because if Gravenberch wasn't there, then they play a pass elsewhere and it still gets them the same way. The tactic wasn't inherently flawed.
Getting caught, when McAllister's getting caught on an island, and Gravenberch is nowhere near him, and again, unless like there was a real breakdown in communication, which could have actually happened, it's still a fundamental issue. And when I say what's happened to my screen? My screen just went mad. What the issue is for me is when Gravenberch has kind of revealed that he's been given license to run, and you go back and look at some of the ways how we concede and how there's so much space in the midfield, and there's been times we've been caught in transition. That not all the times, but there are some games where I'm like, Gravenberch, you should be further back. It shouldn't even be McAllister, because right now McAllister don't even know his left from his right for starters, and now you've got McAllister trying to cut off passing lanes when he's arguably in the worst form he's ever been in. That is an issue.
He may be the worst person to do that, even if he's in good form.
Yeah. Let me just individual errors. Refresh. I've frozen, by the way. I've frozen.
You say it's individual errors, Tom, but surely we can all sit there and go, one of the weakest areas of McAllister's game is what he's been asked to do in that Chelsea situation. So why was he put in that situation to do that? Why isn't it Gravenberch is the deepest liar or the deepest lying midfielder in that situation? Why is it McAllister? Because in the same way, why is Szoboszlai playing right? Because if I see Szoboszlai get skinned by a left winger, for example, for Galatasaray when they play the ball in behind and Szoboszlai doesn't get to it, I can't crash out at Szoboszlai because he's not a right back. So yeah, you can call that an individual error, but ultimately that still lands at the manager's feet because you're asking him or asking a player to do something that is unnatural to them. Makes no sense.
Okay, so on that point, the reason why Gravenberch was the roaming guy in that game was because he was given the role Curtis Jones was given last year when we played them. So we tried to play the same way we did last year. So you know how last year Curtis Jones was basically given the role of following the 10 around to try and stop him getting the ball. Their 10 in that game was Enzo Fernandez. So if you go watch that goal back, Gravenberch is following Enzo Fernandez. So McAllister has to pick up. Now, when the manager's looking at how he's going to set that up, what's his best way of doing it? Am I going to put McAllister as the guy who's going to run around everyone, follow everyone around? No, because he's fucking shit at covering ground at the best of times. Let's put him in a position where he's just got to use his intelligence and try and read the game. And he fucked up the reading of the game. I don't have much of a gripe with that goal. If you have a gripe with that goal because of that, that's fine. We see it a different way. But for me, that goal, in terms of tactically, I don't have a gripe with. I have a gripe with the fact that McAllister's misread it, and then Caicedo's it's a fucking worldy shot. But I don't disagree with what the manager was doing, because he was doing the same thing that worked last year, which was to try and get the 10 out of sort of a passing area, and then they have to force the play into an area where they've got to give it to someone else. I think it was Malo Gusto. And you're hoping that you can get Malo Gusto. You can catch Malo Gusto out, and we didn't. Is what it is. That's what it is sometimes. I just think, yes, the manager's got stuff wrong, and it's not me exonerating the manager, but I also think there is an element of it where the players have underperformed, and the players have made silly individual errors, and the players are not exempt from blame. It's not 100% on the manager.
Yeah, but Tommy, I don't know the problem with the whole players thing, and I'll be honest.
It's 100% on the manager.
As much as I'm
not saying any of you did.
Of some players, hear me out. I think this allows for a scapegoating culture, and I'll tell you what I mean. Look, under Jurgen Klopp, me and you have done streams together where I sat there and I genuinely blamed individuals like Darwin, like Diaz, like whoever, because I believe we were in such control of the game and we were so much better than the opposition, where I've had to look at the opposite, where I've had to look at our individuals. Meaning, let's say this Saturday, Aston Villa only get one chance and score it, but we create 8-9 big chances and we miss all of them. I'm gonna hold the players accountable, not Arne Slot. So like those type of things I agree with. So like, as an example, I'm going to use the most obvious one. A lot of people in the chat will come here and go like, Mo should be dropped and blah, blah, blah. Mo got dropped against Galatasaray. We still lost that game. So already the controlled experiment failed. We know not one player is the problem. Same with Isak, same with Ekitike, same with Verts, blah, blah, blah. Everyone in this fan base has this like specific individual that they want to look at and blame. But at the end of the day, are we putting all these players in a position to succeed? By the way, even the second goal that we scored, the Brentford goal we scored against Brentford, like maybe other than Isak, I don't see anyone finishing that like
exactly.
Mo in the whole team. But the problem is, have we put Mo in those positions enough? Have we put Isak in those positions enough? Have we put Ekitike in those positions enough? And the answer to that question is no. And the other thing is as well, like the Man United game you referenced. Yes, we had chances and we should have scored. Completely agree. Two things. Number one, if Mo scores or if Gakpo scores, if whoever scores, right, whichever chance you want to point out, if whoever scores, can I guarantee you we win the game? The answer to that for me would be no. The second thing is, as much as we sit there and go,
game as well. What if he scores?
No. Hear me out. As much as we say this guy should have scored, that guy should have scored, blah blah blah. Okay, Bruno Fernandes should have scored. Mbeumo should have scored.
Andy Gordon
should have scored. De Ligt missed a header from 1 yard out. Like we can. The issue is, it's not even like us like converting chances and that's it. The issue is the opposition are having plenty of chances as well. Like
Agreed.
We speak about Arsenal, who are top of the league. They've conceded 5 big chances all season in the Prem. Bro, we conceded 18 big chances in the last 3 games.
I'm not again. Yeah,
but that's all part of management.
But that's my point. So we're not being consistent. We're talking about the stuff that's going wrong. So that's not going in our favor. We're not talking about the stuff that is going in our favor. Newcastle, when it's 0-0, Anthony Gordon misses a header from not far out. That could have changed the game. So if we're going to speak about individual things that we're doing wrong, it affects us. Let's look at how many individuals have missed chances against us. And we sit there and go, bloody hell, we got lucky there. Let's look at the fact that Alisson had to be in world-class form against Crystal Palace in the first half, or we're looking about 4-0 down at best. Like, we're not being consistent here. We're picking and choosing what suits our agendas. You said Chelsea scored a worldie. Yeah, it's a worldie by Caicedo. Salah's goal against Brentford, a worldie. A worldie. The expected GA or XG on Salah's chance was probably just the same as Caicedo's. So we can't have it both ways. If we're going to
call out XG on the Salah chance is just like the De Ligt header. Just like the Bruno chance. Just like the. By the way, Mason Mount back-heeled it from 1 yard out from the goal when the goal was empty. That's another chance right there. What are we doing here?
It's not good enough, guys, man. Again, I'm not going to even ask you guys what it's going to take.
No one's saying it is good enough, though, to be fair. No one's saying.
No, I hear that. I hear that. But my thing is, I'm not even going to ask you guys to say when you're going to be slaughtered, because for me, I couldn't give an answer to that. I said, I'll know in myself when I feel like I can't deal with this anymore. I feel we need to make a change. I don't think there's a game you can put it, because look, everyone's saying, oh, the Villa games make or break. We could win the Villa game and then lose to Real Madrid and City, and then we're back at square one again. So I don't think it's a certain amount of games or which game or that game. I just think a lot of people just feel it within themselves when they get to a point where they're like, I don't see things changing. Some have reached that point earlier than others. I'm not even saying I'm right for reaching that point, but I also don't think it's crazy to say you want to change either. And I think that's the point I'm getting at. I don't think it's crazy to say you want to back the manager and you believe he can turn it around. In the same way, I don't think it's crazy to say I've lost faith and I think we need change now.
That's what I said to Hammers.
If the manager won the next, but I agreed with that sentiment. I only said that I haven't reached that point yet. I felt it was a bit soon for some people. But like, if we won the next 3 games, Cal, would you change your mind?
It would go a long way to change my mind, yeah, Hammers.
So, like, say we get to the final of those 3 games, Villa, Real Madrid, City, we win City, and I ask you, Carl, still slot out, would you say no?
This is going to sound like I'm fence sitting here, Hammers, but I just want you to
I get it.
If we win those games and we have a system in place that allowed us to win those games,
like you can see more where the structure's going.
Then I'll be like, do you know what, guys? Maybe I jumped the gun. I still want to give it a bit more time, but maybe I jumped the gun. But let's say we win all 3 games by its individual brilliance, then I'm still sitting there going, I'm still not happy with what I'm seeing. I'm happy with the results, but I'm not happy with what I'm seeing. If we win those games because of sheer luck, then I'm still going to be like, guys, this isn't sustainable.
Yeah.
But in the same way, if we lose these 3 games, because of poor performances or because let's say in every game we lose 1-0.
That's obvious if it continues.
Like, I'm not going to sit there and go, I told you Slot was crap, and I'm going to go, what? I'm where I am with Slot, but those 3 games aren't on him.
Yeah.
They're not in the same way as I said when we started this. The Man United game last season where we draw 2-2, that ain't on him. That's not on him, in my opinion. That was on Trent and a couple other players. But the results I've been seeing this season, that's on the manager for me.
No, fair dues.
Before we wrap things up, though, guys, I don't want to keep you guys much longer. The Villa game, how are we feeling about it? And how confident are you going into this game? Tom, I'll start with you.
Yeah, of course.
You're asking someone who's watched the team.
That's Gerard's press conferences right there.
You're asking someone who's seen the team lose 6 of the last 7 if he's confident. No, not necessarily. But I think we definitely need to win it. But I think if we can put something together, this is the time to put it together. Right before those 2 big games next week. If you're going to put something together and start, booking your ideas up for a charge at this season, this is your 3-game period to do it. And Aston Villa is probably the ideal time to start it because they're a team they're a good side. I'm not saying they're not a good side, but for all intents and purposes, they're a team that don't play to our weaknesses in the same way. Someone might have the stats. I don't think Aston Villa play loads of long balls. I don't think Aston Villa play, long balls up to a tall striker who can win his knockdown and knock it onto the wingers.
That's the most important stat.
Yeah, so they're in good form. That's the thing. But I think it because they don't play long balls and stretch us out in that way. It might be the ideal time for us to get into it. You say Ollie Watkins. I've seen Ibrahim Konate can handle Ollie Watkins. If they're playing long ball to Ollie Watkins, I've got no problem with it. It's like Arsenal playing long ball to Gyökeres.
I'll never forgive you for Man City away. I'll never wish you any happiness in your life.
Him and the centre back.
No, fuck Ollie Watkins. Fuck Ollie Watkins. Fuck him till the day I die. I'll never forgive him.
Ollie Watkins. Ollie Watkins and
1-on-1, 2-0 up. All you have to do is just score and I'm a league
Yeah, but
champion.
don't forget about the centre back as well. What's his name, Cal? The centre back.
Tyrone Mings is Tyrone Mings. You knew that was
Bro.
going to happen.
That other guy as well. Who did they have in net? Was it Robin Olsen?
No.
Gerrard dropped him from his plans because of that
Mings,
moment.
People forget though. Emi Martinez was fit for that game and refused to play. Emi Martinez was fit for that game. He did. He refused to play.
Why?
Because Argentina had the game like next week, and he didn't want to get injured, so he refused to play. So Robin Olsen had to go and goal. And the week before that, when he drew 2-2 at West Ham, Michael Antonio goes through 1-on-1 with Edison, and instead of putting it into the bottom fucking corner, tries to chip it. Like that 2 week period, everyone was fucking against us.
When Coutinho scored, I had a hard on. I was like, we're gonna win the league 100%. It was meant to be.
I went crazy on stream.
We were 2-0 up, and I thought, oh my days. And I remember because I was saying to Cal, we
were still 1-1. No, we were still 1-1 in our game.
Yeah, we were never actually winning. We were never above them.
No, that was 1-0.
I'm talking about Villa. Remember, Villa went 2-0 up, Yeah?
Yeah.
What I'm saying is, Cal, there was a stream we done earlier in the week, and I said Coutinho's gonna do something, and you were like, I can't stop. You remember you was just saying whatever you were saying, yeah?
I said I'd get get Coutinho football top, innit?
Yeah. And bro, I'll be honest. Ollie Watkins and Tyrone Mings, I never want to see them ever.
Yeah, enemies for life. Enemies for life. Same with Zubimendi, little fucking rat. And Bruno Fernandes as well. Andrew Charleston, Pickford as well. Fuck Pickford. Manchester
If we
United.
lose this game, guys, is a title race over for us?
Title race. Nice one, lad. That's a title race. You've become a comedian recently, man. It's a great one. 14 goals to
title race.
Games.
There's been a 12-point
swing. Brother, it's been over. It's been over. Title race been over for the longest, bro. Where have you been, Habibi? Where have you been?
No one here thinks that there's any chance of getting
I'm
back
just
into
putting it out there, guys. 13-14, no one expected us. If Manchester United are in a title race, I'm telling you all right now, I'm singing North London forever. You can cry all you want. Because that's the one scenario where I cannot accept it in any way, shape, or form. I can't.
The chat are going to absolutely... Chat, you aren't going to stand me in about a second. I still think we can. I still think we can get into the title race again.
Why not?
So does
Tom.
Why not?
No, I think we can. I think we've got enough firepower there. I believe in the vision. I believe in where we're going. Not based on what I've seen recently, but I've just got a hunch. I've got a feeling.
Sorry, Hammers. Can I genuinely ask?
Hammers, if you think you're going to piss the chat off, wait till what I say. Wait till
When
what I
you
say
say
about what I
the
think.
vision, Hammers, what are you alluding to with the vision?
In terms of the style of play and how the players are going to integrate into it. So I think the manager will find a way for these players to gel together well enough. I think the player relationships will build as a result. And I think once we see these players really actually get into this season, because for whatever reason or another, it just hasn't happened yet. We've discussed those reasons throughout the stream. I think we've all somewhat agreed, just maybe we allocated a bit differently percentage-wise who it goes to. But like we agree that it's a little bit of everything, and I think it's a little bit of everything. Once that calms down a little bit, the noise just goes out. I just have this feeling that we are going to go ahead and get back in the title race. I'm not saying we'll go all the way to May and get over the line or whatever, because then I've got to hope for Arsenal to significantly drop. But do I think by the time January hits, we're going to be within a 3 to 6 point range of the first spot? Yeah, I do.
Bears. Does anyone else? Tom, you were going to say something as well.
If Hammers thinks that's going to piss people off, wait till I tell people that I reckon we could do a PSG from last year and just turn it on in January. Everything clicks in January and we just fly.
I'll say this.
I agree. By the way, Tom, I'm with you. Don't worry, lads. We'll die together. We'll die together.
Everyone's allowed to.
I'm not saying we're going to play like PSG. I'm just saying we'll do a PSG last year where it's like a bit dodgy to start the season and then it just bang, everything clicks. And
Did PSG start the season as bad as this? Though?
Are we saying Mo Salah Ballon d'Or, Tom? That's what you're saying?
They had a lot of games that were narrow, Cal. Yeah,
probably Ekitike at this point.
So PSG's results.
I take it.
Can I say something, guys?
Yeah, go on, Matt.
You can go ahead.
I will never criticize anyone's opinion, so I respect everyone's opinion. I just differ from it. I just think, even though I kind of agree that we will get back on track, whether that's with the manager or a new manager, my worry is the damage would have been done already if it hasn't. That's my worry. So, in all honesty, even though I think we can go on an amazing run, my issue is that I don't think Arsenal are going to drop so many points. Like, they will drop points, obviously. Like, they're not invincible. But my worry is that at 12, we've allowed a 12-point swing. Arsenal are in good form. They're not even really playing that well. They're winning a lot of games via set pieces and whatever. And I feel like we would have to be absolutely perfect almost to even get back into that conversation. And I just feel like with a lot going on, we will fix things. I just think that, unfortunately, there's been a bit too much time has passed and we haven't got the points that we needed, in my opinion. I think if we would have lost, say, 4 games or 3 games, you might have gone, all right, maybe. But we've lost.
We've only lost 4.
Yeah, we've lost 4.
I know we've lost 4 in the Prem. I hear it. But I'm also thinking about the other losses that have also not helped the situation from a mentality standpoint. Like, I just worry, guys. I'll be honest. And I understand what you lot are saying. There's nothing wrong in saying it, because I'm always a believer that things can always change, and they can change, and I think they will change. Again, I just want to stress, though, the damage has been done. It's quite bad, guys. Like, it's really
I'm
bad.
on the side of very few. I understand why you're not
it's really bad. And that's me being just like honest. Like, that's what
do you know what else though? I just don't think we've been as bad as everyone's saying we have. I really don't. I don't think we've been as bad. I think the Brentford game was absolutely terrible. I've not come out of another game this season and gone, that was absolutely terrible.
Cheers.
I feel like me and Redmond have agreed on a lot today.
Yeah.
This is the most this is probably the most me and James have disagreed on a stream.
Ever. It's the most we've disagreed on.
I've slowly accepted Arsenal will win it. I can't lie to you.
Have you?
Yeah, because they defend too well, man. Like, I watched the Palace and the Fulham games, and they just don't concede any chances.
That's the thing with them, innit?
I'll be honest with you, man. Conceding 3 goals in 9 games is fucking mental. Like, they're actually locking off teams defensively, which is why I think
we were similar in 18-19 with Gomez and Virgil, if I'm not mistaken, Sam, and we still didn't win the league that season. But I just don't think there's a Man City in the league.
What are you saying? Arsenal in the Champions League?
Oh no!
Oh no! Don't.
Sam, bro,
you just said 18-19, so I'm reminding you.
Bro, I don't mind bad language on the stream, but you've gone too far now, bro.
Oh, okay. That's where we've gone too far.
Can I just ask a genuine another question as well? Is Arsenal, what Arsenal doing, is it sustainable? They're not conceding, but is it sustainable to only win via majority time set pieces? Is that sustainable for a whole season?
No, but I think they turn those losses. So I think those wins become draws as opposed to losses.
Okay, so let's say those wins become draws. Is that where James and Tom are thinking that's where we have our chance, or we can have a chance?
Nah, we just have a chance because I think we're going to end up better. I think we only need to go up 2 or 3 levels. I think a lot of people think we need to go up 6, 7 levels. We don't. The games are that narrow, besides Brentford, that we a level or 2 up, we're winning those games. And that's why I think with Arsenal, they haven't asserted the level of dominance in their games that our fans are expecting us to find at this moment. They haven't found that. Their fans are saying they're playing poor and so on and so forth. I think they're going to have a lot of close games, but there's a lot of green flags in their
James,
team as
do you
well.
think City can do it?
Yeah, definitely. City could do it.
See, I don't believe in City. I don't believe in
City.
Haaland is on some like
you never said will they do it. You said could they do it. I always prefer those two. Could they do it 100%?
They could, but there's so much reliance.
Haaland is like on this demonic.
Yeah, but now that Shirky Mamouche,
Tom, you're right. I agree with you. They rely heavily on Haaland, and that's why I feel like
it's not about will he create for him. My point isn't about will he create for him. It's about will he. It's about who do they have if he's not there.
No, that's what I'm saying. I think Shirky and Mamouche will go a long way to, especially Mamouche will go a long way to help him ease the load with goal scoring. I don't trust City defensively.
No, do I?
I don't trust Mamouche to take up that mantle in goal scoring, because you look at what Haaland turns into goals. Some of them they're fucking nothing, and he just.
No, I hear that, but Mamouche, in my opinion, is someone that can help. I'm not saying
Mamouche is a very good player. I just think
he's maybe but I don't
injury in it. Yeah.
I just don't think it's that. Cherky will be very good at creating for Haaland. I wouldn't be shocked if Haaland gets close or breaks.
I think Cherky will chip with some good goals as well.
Any more questions, Callum? We can stay here for the next 3 hours if you want.
No, we can't.
No, brother.
My bad. Not cool run. We got to do a preview show and then we got a call-in show later, and I need to sort out some stuff with the kids as well.
When's your preview?
Probably about 4:15ish.
Yeah.
When's your call-in?
Probably about 6. The latest.
6.
Yeah.
By the way,
About
chat, just so you
5:30.
guys
Say
remember,
5:30.
never forget.
Yeah, 5:30.
Callum wanted me and Tom to be part of the call-in show. Never forget, chat. Shout out to Drifty, who made this show a possibility. You get me? So big up to you, Drifty. Never forget. You're the reason why this show is happening right now. Callum wanted us on with
this is
Uncle Albert
crazy.
and Ibrahim. Never forget. Big up.
This is crazy.
Callum Sanderson wanted me and Hassam to operate on Kopish on a 5-minute timer.
Exactly.
This is
Actually
crazy.
3 minutes, but who's
And now
counting?
he keeps
Oh,
it
it's
here
not
for
3
1
minutes,
hour and
even less.
48 minutes. It's crazy. Tom, imagine he disrespected your legacy this much, everything you've done on YouTube, for you to be on a show with like Ibrahim, bro. It's mad.
I mean, Ibrahim's probably created more content than Tom over the last year. Yeah. Yeah. Your boy says
James has made more content than Tom.
Even I have, to be fair.
No, but it's funny.
Even
Like, I don't
have,
care.
and that's terrible, Tom. Even
But
I
that's
have.
okay, right? Yeah. Well done. I don't care.
You wanna know something? I know there's a reason why I was recommending James to Rosa, because James is more of a gaslighter. He will gaslight. Tom give up already. James is like, guys, I'm
hold
here.
on, are you trying to hook Rose up with James now?
Ain't Tom in
I
a
saw
relationship though?
No, I saw this before, and I
Yeah,
just tried to
listen,
stay out of it.
Rosa,
Sorry,
James,
I had to
be-
kind of help you out there, Tom. Tom's
No,
in a relationship.
because
I
Cal was
told
doing it.
Rosa, I
Cal
told
was
Rosa,
reading
listen.
through his fucking notes of everything that
Let
we
me
said,
talk
and
about
Sam
Tom
just
in a
set it up
relationship.
in the chat.
Let me tell you what I told Rosa. Listen, Tom is in a relationship, you can't get him. James Redmond is Tom Little Pro Max. You upgrade it. You just don't know. You just don't know. You get me? Just get me. Shoot your shot, Habibti. Do something. You can't just sit there on your ass, do nothing. James Redmond _ 96 on Twitter. Follow him, hit him up with a message, and take it from there.
Husham.
To be fair, I don't want to
issue
stoke
with
the
this
fire.
arrangement.
I don't want to stoke the fire, but Rosa did say I was more attractive than you anyway, James. Apologies.
And on top of this,
Bro, this is coming from a man that's in a
Whoa, say that
relationship.
again. Say that again.
It's
Say that
crazy.
again. What did you say?
Rosa said I was more attractive than James.
So
It was in
I
the
was just
chat.
going to verify. That's mad. I was just going to verify. Husham, you're making an arrangement that I might not be able to partake in, you know.
Why?
Read between the lines of Sam. Bloody hell, mate.
You're in a relationship as well?
Yeah,
Everyone's in a
Husham.
Man's not trying to give out his personal information, but if he's saying that, you know why, innit? You know
Everyone's
that. Unlike Thomas, who's
Sam just
clearly
said, like,
available.
Why? Tell me all the details. Why not?
What's her name? In front of 1,000 people on stream, please tell me all these personal details.
Oh my
This is what I
Sounds
get
like
for
Habibi,
not
why?
recognizing-
Habibi, why?
Like I tried hooking up Callum with Halle Berry and he pretended to be this loyal guy. This is life. This is life. Every time I try to help my brothers, they stab me in the back.
I just took initiative. I just got it sorted before you tried to help me out with Rosa. Rosa, I'm sure you're lovely, and I agree. Tom's a great looking fella. Just on my part, I'm gonna withdraw from whatever mutual agreement you and Husham are discussing about us two being a potential pair. But God bless you, Rosa, and I'll see you on the next stream.
I apologize, Rosa. You've been rejected by 2 right now. So
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, Rosa.
No,
it's not been-
Tom hasn't said nothing. I tried to help Tom.
Stay
Tom,
away
Tom
from
was,
the YouTuber.
You know what I'm
Habibi.
saying? Tom was doing the most a minute ago. So
Yeah, Tom is doing the most.
Whoa.
Tom, you're so disrespectful. You know, you're lucky. You're lucky she even admitted that she likes you. You're arrogant now. One girl tells you she likes you, and you think you own the world, bro. Respect yourself.
It's more than one girl I'll have, you know.
I said respect
Oh,
yourself.
2. Yeah.
it's
3
more
if
than
it's not
one.
your
I
mom.
hear it.
Well
You're in a
done.
relationship, innit? It's more than one. I
Well
hear it.
done.
Still.
Well done.
Tom or James, I don't know which one of you this is aimed at, but Jamie Phillips in the chat said he's available. So, Jamie, if
That
was
is mad.
I don't think that's aimed at either of us, surprisingly.
I know.
I feel like Rosa needs to negotiate with Jamie there. Then Jamie, yeah.
I think that was more so who it was aimed at.
Mad man.
Rosa, I tried. Wallahi, I tried. I tried it, but khalas, what can we do? I apologize. I'll try maybe.
And also, Tom, you know what it'd be like, lads in Liverpool. You'd be getting told by your mates, like, you met your birds on Kop-ish chat. Do you know what I mean?
That couldn't run. That
Do
couldn't
you know what I
run.
mean? Like, you
That could not
can't,
fucking
you?
run.
Lads,
No,
you
that
met your
couldn't fucking
birds
run.
on a live chat on YouTube. Who were
We
you?
would
Do you know what I
never
mean?
let you live it down, Tom, bro.
No,
Never
no,
let
you'd
you
be
live
fucked.
it down.
Ever.
We'd be at the
Honestly,
wedding being like, well, without us, Tom, you'd be single.
Wow.
We'd never let you live it down.
Actually, I can say without me, he'd be single. Because I took him from the doldrums when no one knew him, and I made him a superstar.
I met my missus before I met any of you.
You were live. You were live on channels. You were live on channels with Velvish One on the fucking panel.
No, the way Hassan always brings it
Vel
up
is my
crazy.
thumbnail guy now. You were live with him 4 years ago.
Sam, trying to take credit for
Why,
Tom's
you know what,
birth next.
Tom, I realize you actually struggle giving other people credit. I realize this. You never credit, like, you never go like, thank you, James, for paving the way. Thank you, you get me Kopish for giving the opportunity. Thank you, Hussam, for making Hussam X Tom. You never say any of that.
Crazy.
You hate all of us deep down. Is that it?
I said hate.
That is
Look at
funny.
this hater, bro. Never give anyone credit.
I've got so much love for James, Carl, and Matt. Don't worry about that.
My man. My
Feeling
man.
is mutual.
Appreciate it.
Brotherly love.
Mm-hmm.
Let's have these supers. Shout out to your
son.
boy who's gifted 5 memberships. If you were the recipient, please do give your boy a thank you. Same here with Shy Guy who's gifted a membership as well.
Big them up, man.
Big up.
Big up.
I'm not going to read this. Wow, this is crazy. I'm just going to say Slot. Arne
Anal
says
Slot
he isn't
says
worried
he's
about
worried
the
about
defense.
the defense.
Hassam flipping. It's 3
Like, you
o'clock,
can-
bro. Do you want me to
Habibi,
put the
this-
camel
okay,
video?
Let me educate you, Matt, because you don't know culture. This is
Okay.
Thai baht. In Thailand, currently it's 3 a.m. So he can say stuff like this.
What time is it in the UK?
Do you know what, Hassan?
It doesn't matter. It says
Fair
Thai baht.
Fair enough, Hassan. It's in the mute button quick enough, did you?
Wallahi, I'm muted. Wallahi, I'm muted my PC.
Really? You sure? Yeah, that's right.
Really, can you stop?
Stay
Can you
alert.
actually stop?
Wait, who Sam are you
You
going
actually stop. I cannot explain to anyone that this is the camel.
That's what
You
we're
know
going to
so
do.
mad?
When you step out of line, bro, we're going to play
Yeah,
that music.
yeah,
We're going to play it
100,
loud, bro. So
100.
you're going to have to explain.
you know what's so
people in your
crazy? You know
house
what
that
I- you know
Every
when I
time
played it the
step out
second
the
time?
line, so what? We're gonna have
So
camel
Hassan
for
quickly,
2 hours.
quickly panic and do this, you know? You know when you can see in the back what everyone's doing?
Yeah, I can see him
Hassan
bumping
panic and
for the
quickly.
Shout out to Shane.
It's like a fucking shot collar on Hassam. Anytime he does something wrong, the fucking camel gets played.
I'm not gonna lie, that video is mad. It does
Yeah,
need to
but you
get
know why
deleted.
Callum does it? Because he hates Arabs. And he's living for the stereotype.
No, he's running
Yeah,
with
because
that.
he says Hussam is Arab, so I'll put camel. It's just that basic for him. It's as simple as that.
You know what?
He's outrageous. He's press resistant. I give him that. He's press resistant.
Thank you.
Shay says Arsenal backup defense the other day has me fuming. Yeah, I hear it. Omar says we should have upgraded on Endo and replaced Elliot. Agree with that.
Yeah, we should have bought 300 players in the summer.
No, they've just been 2 extra players. Omar says Slot wanted creativity from the 10, but he bypasses the midfield. True. Alex says 95% of people were probably okay with the players that left came in. It's just nobody expected these dead tactics. Players' depth isn't the issue this season. Promo. James, can you address it? Oh, we've done that already.
We've already done
We
it.
addressed it.
We've already had that conversation.
Yeah,
Hold
Hassan
that,
made
bro.
sure of it. Hassan made sure of it.
Definitely.
Shout out to Beans and Toast. You'll never walk alone. Big up yourself, Beans and Toast.
Change your
shout out to
name, bro.
Mattis. Rubbish changes, James. This is more than a bad patch.
See, I don't agree. I think if you have one bad patch of results, I think that's a patch. I don't think you can factor in from March, but that's just my opinion.
First, Ed said the problem with this generation of fans is no one has patience. Everyone is reactionary in the world, and the world has driven us to that because patience doesn't get the attention as reactions. I'm guessing that's aimed at me.
To be fair, and a lot of people think I was negative, so I don't get how I've become the new positive guy in the Liverpool fan base.
I feel like this guy's referencing more towards the extreme side of either way, really.
Yeah, I agree with that as well.
I don't know if he's just looking at Cal and calling him out.
Omar, Cal, you're not the enemy. Maybe you're the curse, but not on Slot.
Okay, Callum, can we do a deal right now?
Yeah.
Genuinely. This is between all of us right now. If after you've went Slot out, Liverpool now win every single game, we need you to stay Slot out till May. Okay?
I said Slot out before the Palace game.
Yeah, but that doesn't count because it's we played. kids. We played the kids. It doesn't count. So now, from this game onward, if we win every single game, you're the problem. So you have to remain slot out.
Okay, we'll see. We'll see. Arjun says his lack of responsibility makes me slot out.
Fairs.
Salah Hairline says Hassam is on Piers Morgan settings.
Bro, why you guys act like James Redmond is shy? James Redmond will say to your face and behind your back.
No, it's the smile, it's the smiles and the willingness.
James Redmond, guys, grow up.
How did I get brought into this? What have I done?
He has the most viewed video ever on Redmond TV. You think he gives a fuck? Like if we're gonna call him up on a tweet, he doesn't care. He's James Redmond. This guy gets asked for pictures every day.
Fact. Magomed says Jamie didn't know this is Slot FC and not Liverpool FC.
But I never said it was Liverpool FC. I live 15 minutes away from the stadium. I've supported Liverpool far before Slot. And again, I've reacted in the past when I feel like FSG haven't done well. You know, like someone said before, I was in FSG's pocket. Everyone on this panel is very clear what my stance on FSG was, but I'm willing to adapt with change. And I suppose maybe as I've got older, I've learned I am happy to go through a bad patch to let a manager thrive. Like Shankly, there was plenty of times where he won the league and then finished 6th. Shankly had like a 7-year spell of not winning the league. And like, I just feel like more people today would have asked for Shankly to be sacked. And Cal, this is not you. I'm not saying everyone who's slot out. I'm saying the mindset of a lot of people, the extreme side of it, they would want him out. Do you know what I mean? I'm just saying I think I've got enough green flags from this manager to say, right, it's still not good enough now, but we can get past it. And once we do, I think it'll be fruitful. That's all.
First, Alex says, question to slot-ins, is it good enough that after 15 months, nobody can see what type of football he's trying to play, let alone executing it?
I feel like now we're just rewriting history.
No, we've spoken on it. We've spoken on it though. Mantis says
last year we were all on board with the style of football and what we were doing because we all thought it was brilliant.
James, what is Slot's brand of football? We spoke about this as well, Mantis. To be fair, apologies for anyone with the super chats. Like we saved.
I was just gonna say we spoke about this to every.
Maybe next time I'll probably break up the conversation, but because it was flowing, I didn't want to.
Give them a 10-second response. Fucking hell, they're giving you money for your millions.
All right, director, flipping out, bro.
Spielberg down here. So.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Slot says we have not been good for a long time. Remember the first game it changed was Everton away, Jan 2025. From then on was never the same. I believe
it was
because
this, to be fair.
No, because the 3 games after that was Bournemouth away, which we won 2-0. Was a very good performance. Man City away,
about the form since January,
and Newcastle at home. All of them were 2-0 wins. All of them we left afterwards going. They were great.
No,
thank you.
Gang and Deep says, when does Slot's credit in the bank run out? Surely we can't be mid-table going into the international break / Christmas period. Even if we get a whole season, if we miss out of the Champions League, his position must be unattainable, in my opinion.
If we're still in this form by the time January hits, I think you'll see a lot more people want to be out. If we're still in this exact form by the time January hits, I don't think you'll be getting the defence. I think the defence does also come from the fact it's still early in the season.
Jokes aside, I think these next 3 games are gonna swing a lot of the fan base.
Yeah,
if it continues to fuck up, basically.
Shawnee S says, please tell me you ain't wearing another team shirt.
That's Tom.
My number 1 fan. You always have such nice things.
No, just show it. What shirt are you wearing?
No, I will. I'm wearing an AC Milan shirt.
I thought it was a training team.
What? Milan, wow.
It's a Kaka shirt.
I don't care who it is, bruv. You're moving like we're moving.
Read the room.
You know, I just want to say, Tony, I know you're scout.
Okay, so
I represent
apologies for collecting footy shirts, guys.
No, you can collect them, Tom. I don't wear them, bro. What are we doing there?
I can wear. I've worn other club shirts, but it's like Santos, Club America, Inter Miami. No one gives a fuck, you know.
No, like if it's not Liverpool, I ain't wearing it.
No, but that's
Liverpool or Jamaica. That's it.
You can wear an Inter Miami shirt because they're in the fucking MLS.
Why am I putting money into Miami's club?
You think I bought this from AC Milan themselves? Did I?
Fuck. Don't put money, Habibi. Look above your head. You'll see why we don't get to put money.
you think this came from official club sources? Callum Jansen.
I'm still not wearing another club shirt. I'm not doing.
Wait, this is a perfect way to say this video is sponsored by OKJerseys.com, where you can get your football jerseys for £15 and use the code Kopish and get 8% off. People, make sure you go and get your Liverpool jerseys. We'll stress it once again. Don't be like Tom and get something else. Big up, people.
I actually got Santos shirt. Nothing wrong with that, in my opinion.
Speak for yourself.
It's in the fucking Brazilian league, you guys. Grow up.
I don't me personally, I think everyone's got a different stance.
By the way, I got a Boca Juniors shirt with Riquelme. So what? Now it's suddenly how does that
me personally, I don't think there's an issue because I remember when I even had a old school Brazil top with Ronaldo on the back. Like,
yeah, I have a
he's one of my favorite ever players.
International shirts are different.
International
shirts.
Okay. Well, I've never bought
if you think about it, because you're basically pledging allegiance to another country.
You're pledging allegiance to another club by wearing their stuff as well.
No,
They are in a different league and a
fucking...
continent.
They're still a club.
No, but Tom, is that the
I'm
2000?
saying I like the play from 2006.
Is that the 2005, 2006 one?
2006.
Yeah,
where they played us in the Champions League.
Yeah, the one they beat us in. Imagine that.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, no, sick. Yeah.
Yeah, because this was the only time they
have a Real Madrid one from 17-18 while you're at it.
I do have a Real Madrid one from 11-12 though.
He does.
Jade,
you're gonna get a City one too, Tom. Yeah. Aguero!
Yeah. We don't have the PSG wingers and didn't try for that. I don't think we've tried to play that PSG. I just think Slot really admires PSG. Jack H says, I think we should keep Slot even if we come 17th.
Look at this profile picture. Graham Potter photoshopped into Slot.
That's crazy.
In all seriousness, doesn't matter what the fans do or don't want in terms of Slot out, etc. He keeps losing. He will be sacked regardless. That's the truth. We'll see.
That is true. Though. That is true. It's about the club, not even us potentially. But
Jay says
we do have a big say.
Enough as an 8, yet want him there. Grav wasn't good enough as an 8 in a Klopp system where he was being asked to play as a left 8, which was effectively being asked to play as a left wing back to allow Robbo or Simicast to get forward.
It was it was between him and Curtis Jones, copy and paste left-sided 8 role.
Exactly. Rayan said, "Big up to yourself becoming a member." Jack H also goes on to say, in my opinion, we've been rubbish since Feb, but we're about to win the league is massive copium. Outside of Spurs, name one genuinely good performance from us. I actually can. Man City away from home, the 2-0. Newcastle at home was a good performance despite us not starting the game very well. PSG at home for large portions, I thought we were good. This is what I'm saying. There were 10 games between the start of January and up to now where I thought we were actually very, very good. But I think there were more games where we were poor, average at best. So Salah's hairline says, if we lose to Aston Villa, Slot might have to pull a hammy screaming at an official while headbutting Unai Zizou star to prove to me he cares. I hope none of that happens. But that'd be crazy.
I'd love if that happens. Nothing wrong with that.
Omar says, James Arne is bald, knows nothing about gelling. Good little wordplay there. Jay says, you think Arsenal go invincible from here? No, I don't think they will. I just
no. They're not invincible. We've proved that. Go invincible. No. Someone else will be. They're very, very hard to beat, but you can still get at them if that makes sense.
Won't, but the thing is, they might not need to go invincible. Jay says Cal brushing his whisk. Wow, cool.
No, read it. Cal brushing his whisker beard. He said you're a cat. That's crazy. Meow.
It's not even fucking 5 o'clock.
They call our manager Arne
Slot.
Yeah.
Arne Slot.
Getting prison back.
Yeah, that is insane.
Crazy.
That's Jamie Phillips.
I remember last week's episode.
Matt says Cal going Slot out to the draft from the Cal curse.
Sam's got mad.
Rust said, when you come into Thailand?
Rust, I appreciate the invitation, Habibi, but that country is not on my bucket list because I don't swing that way. You get me? I have
to go to Thailand to do that, bro.
That's not the only reason you go Thailand.
I'll be real, bro. Look, that's not just
okay. Look at Callum Sanderson once again acting like the innocent soul.
No, I've been to Thailand.
I'm sure people go to Amsterdam to ride the bicycle across the river, put the fries in the bag. We know why
people go to Thailand to do that specifically.
Bro, that's literally like 70% of their income. Click new tab and search on Google. You'll find out.
Click new tab on Google and search all that for us. Why don't you?
Is that what Thailand's for?
This might be a good way to suggest that this video should really be sponsored by a VPN as well, because what you're saying is mad.
Mantis says, Tom, who's your second teammate?
Liverpool under-22s.
Well answered, bro. Well answered. You redeemed yourself a little bit there. Jay says, you see Palmeiras pull an LFC last night. Crazy. What did Palmeiras
do? They were 3-0 down on aggregate and 1-4-3.
Nice.
Yeah. Big up Jay. Sent me the video yesterday.
Yeah, watch this, guys. New tab search. It's known to be a significant part of the industry. Estimates suggest that the sex industry as a whole contributes around 6.4 billion in annual revenue. US
Is that
dollars,
what we were talking about when at the time?
That's what Sam was talking about. That's what
James. Every time I actually state like a fact about some place on earth, these guys think I'm waffling or something.
No, that wasn't it.
No. But you make it seem like that's the only time someone would ever.
So someone said to Sam, when you come in Thailand, and Hassam said, "Oh, never, because it's not on my bucket list because I don't swing that way." And Cal went, "That's not the only reason why you'd go to Thailand, though."
Right, okay, I get where we've got. I think we should swiftly move on, yeah.
Same, bro. Same.
The Red Lion says, if Slot stays to the end of the season, no Champions League next season. Oh, dark.
Hold on, what are you on about? You get Champions League if you win it.
Wait! Yes!
Come on, boys. Are you not backing it? Where's the fucking support?
What was, sorry, I was reading something. What was the comment, sorry?
We're going to win number 7, basically.
Obviously, if we win number 7, I'll be gassed. That's still a major.
Tom says we're going to win number 7.
Yeah.
Well, put like this. We're
You don't
Liverpool,
believe
we've
it.
got a
You don't
chance.
believe
No,
in
we
that.
got
You don't believe
no. You see, Champions League. One thing I learned from last year: it don't matter where you finish, as long as you qualify. And if we're honest, it does depend who you get like in the next phase, kind of thing. If we get a couple of favorable draw, a bit like Arsenal at the beginning, we might be all right.
We'll beat anyone. Give us Barca and PSG and Bayern Munich.
Not right now, though. Let's just fix up first and then. Later on. Yeah. When we're in better form, because we can't be like this.
And then we'll beat PSG for some revenge in the final.
But we got to fix up, though.
Matt Bicazette says wearing an AC Milan jersey is equal to Drifty betting against us.
How?
Yeah,
me wearing a shirt from 20 years ago does not equal me putting money on my own team to lose.
Yeah, I think Drifty won as well, objectively.
Yeah,
just like Kaka.
Yeah, unfortunately.
If you've bet money on your team to lose, then yeah.
Yeah, that's shocking behavior.
Because what you've done, you've gave yourself a win-win. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like if we lose a win.
Oh, believe me, we've spoken to Drifty about this numerous times.
We have.
Sam, you got a show tonight at 11 p.m. if I'm not mistaken.
10 p.m. I moved it back a little bit. You get me, because it's 1 a.m. in Jordan, so I'm 3 hours ahead of the UK now. So yeah.
What show is it? Who's Sam?
Say that again.
What show is it?
Liverpool crisis meeting.
Who's on it?
Liverpool crisis meeting. Jerry James hasn't confirmed, but so far we got Mike and we got Fozzy.
Can I jump on?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. I want to jump on with Mike as well.
That's gonna be
good.
Me and Mike have done a stream on it, but we went on Mike's channel and done a stream on it. But like, cause we've had a couple of games since then, it'll be good to speak to him again. You know,
that'll be popcorn stuff.
Yeah.
We got that. Well, we've got our call-in show, Hassam, so we'll redirect from the call-in show to that show.
You said that last Friday and you didn't do it because you're too old.
We didn't have a call-in show. Whoa! We didn't have a call-in show last.
You keep forgetting. You keep saying, "Oh, we're gonna redirect to your stream." No,
we didn't have a call. We didn't have a call-in.
We didn't have call-in last week, my bro.
No, not a call-in show. You had the preview before the game, and you didn't redirect.
Last Friday, I don't think we did the preview last Friday.
I'm like a camel. I remember.
Did you not the Brentford game?
No, I think we did the.
Me and Cal done a preview, but I think that might have been.
We did that on the Thursday morning, if I'm not mistaken.
We done it Thursday, I think.
I'm gonna go on Kopish right now. Don't end the stream. Wait.
No, go for it.
You're not gonna lie to people's faces. Why do you lie so much?
All right, we'll see.
No. We're just genuinely trying to remember. I think it was Thursday. But even if it was Thursday or Friday, you're trying to say we didn't redirect here. But if you said redirect, obviously we will redirect. But there might have been an error. That's not enough if there was an error, bro.
Wait. Okay, you guys are correct. You didn't do a stream. My bad. Love the boys in Kopish.
Swear.
Guys, there was a mistake in calculations.
Swear.
Don't play the camel.
So we're not lying. We're not lying.
I'm not.
I see you looking at the right. That's racist.
No, I won't.
So we're not liars then. We're not liars then. Cool.
Every time
No,
I
you're
read-
racist. Get it right. You're not liars.
No. Hassan,
Guys,
you got to stop this
every time
agenda,
I
bro.
redirect to Sanderson show from Ahwa, I send him like 1,500 people, and he
No,
ends
you
the
do.
stream.
No, Hassam, you send it because remember I don't know what time you go live in it, and I have to
Do you
stagger it.
actually hate
depending-
me? Let's actually establish this publicly. Do we have like what is it exactly? I don't understand. I send him like, bro, he'd have like 100 people watching. I'd send him like 500, 600 people, like 600 people are on the Sanderson show. Let's go.
No.
Let's give them 10 minutes of UFC content. And Callum's like, okay, guys, I got to go now. See you guys later. Jamie, what have you got coming up? I just sent you 700 fucking people. Tell them about the UFC.
If we've gone through the topics, I don't know what you want me to say, Hassam. I always appreciate
No.
you sending me the redirect, but the reason I don't ask you is because I know you run at a similar time. I can't win. Bloody, I can't.
Jokes aside, chat. Jokes aside, genuinely, subscribe to the Sanderson show. If you're into like MMA and stuff like this, it's actually very entertaining to watch.
Definitely.
Like I watch
definitely.
it sometimes when I'm like
100.
doing stuff, errands, chores as well, and they're very entertaining as well. So
Appreciate it,
yeah, big
appreciate
up,
it.
man. I always do Callum Sanderson prop, despite he stabbed me in the back.
Matt, have you got anything coming up on your channel today, bro?
Probably tomorrow, most likely. I'm having some technical issues, by the way. That's another reason why I haven't didn't do any FIFA content because I've got
I
no
should use
sound.
that excuse.
No, Tom. Unlike you, yeah, people can look on my channel and see there's been content this year.
You
or
have an
this
application
season.
excuse, Tom. That's your
You understand? Tom, what's your excuse?
application.
I've actually got
Can't
no
be
sound,
arsed.
like no sound
To be
whatsoever. I
fair,
don't know why.
my excuse for the past week has been I've been ill.
All right, that one.
No, you don't have that excuse. You don't have the excuse.
I
You don't have
that
the excuse of ill when you're drinking 5 liters of alcohol. Don't come
No,
here.
but
tell
no,
us.
but Hassam, that's the devastating thing. It was my birthday on Tuesday. I didn't have a drop of alcohol. That's how ill I've been.
Wow, I'm sure that's very devastating.
I know I'm gonna have to make up for it on the week. I'm gonna have to make up for it this weekend.
I bet you will. Hammers, you got anything coming up, bro? You want to tell the people about?
Zilch, my mate. I'm going to jump on Hussam's show tonight. That's about it.
Perfect. So yeah, we'll redirect to that one.
I might
as
go
we
live
say
tonight
with it.
though if I can fix the issue though. I might go live tonight. If not, I'll have to do it the no sound.
You're not gonna go
It's a-
live tonight. We've known you long enough. You're not.
Are you sure?
Bro.
Yeah, 100% you're not.
Okay, cool. What? Just watch. Okay, cool. Say less. All right. Say less.
Such a gaslight.
I will redirect with my 50 subscribers. Don't you worry, bro. Don't you worry. You're gonna get a
We will be there.
We will be there. Don't get it twisted.
We will be there.
Don't get it twisted, bro. Big up
In our
Matt, one
numbers.
subscriber.
Oh, Matt.
Yeah.
Matt, that
We
was
got
the
army
best
over there.
fucking line.
No, don't listen. Don't matter if there's 2 people or 5 people. We got army over on my channel. We
Do you
don't
know if
take
there's
no-
if there's any aspiring YouTubers watching this, right? That's the attitude you've got to go into
Right.
your YouTube channel
Hundreds.
with, right? It's you and your 10 subscribers are the best community on the
Oh,
platform.
they're
Do you hear
mine.
me?
Listen, big up the
yeah,
Kopish
yeah.
community, big up Hassam's community, big up your community, big up Tom's community. I've got my own community, yeah, and we might not be the loudest or whatever, but they are there. Whether they see me crash
not
out
the
or not, they
biggest.
are there.
We're not the
Yeah.
strongest.
We're not the strongest.
We're not the loudest.
They're
In fact,
always there.
Wait,
Pick them up.
we're not anything, but we're us.
It's like, have you seen them slant twister players get? It was like he's not the quickest. He's not good on the ball. He's not good on the pressure. He's not
Now,
good in
my
front of
sister-
goal.
and they are loyal, bro. There's times I'm getting worked on FIFA, and they will just say, "Matt, don't worry, man," or they might just say, "Yeah, Matt, call it a night, bro."
Oh,
But they're
man.
there though. Big up the people there.
Just
Each
to
and every time.
establish something, jokes aside, Tom doesn't have a community.
Jesus.
It's guys said-
He's just
We
getting
might have to
everyone
end the
else's
show now,
community.
Yeah, legends. You guys got Maldini on the stream, obviously. Big up yourself, Gaz, as always, and Omar. Tom is whoa.
Yeah, we might have to
That's
end the show now,
crazy.
Dave.
That's crazy. Big up yourself, Omar. People, do smash the like button if you haven't already. Get to 1,000 likes. Subscribe to all the channels. This one, Hammers, Tom, and Hassam, and we'll be live probably in about hour, maybe about an hour's time for the preview, and then
Yeah, because we kind of got we got a lot to kind of sort out before. Yeah. But also,
People-
guys, I just want to say,
It's not
just before we
fake,
go, I'm gonna be shameless here. I can see 1,092 people in this stream. I beg you lot go subscribe to my channel because I'm trying to get to 2K. I'm being genuine. I need more soldiers on my channel, bro. You know what I'm saying? I need them. Gyal them, man them, it don't matter. We just need more soldiers.
That's the one.
We do.
Dog them. As well.
You know what I'm saying?
Also
So,
the dogs.
big up all the people there, man. Come subscribe to the Matt One Show. We're there. We're live. We're live. I'm gonna be, and like Hassan thinks we're not gonna be live. We're gonna be live, but it just might be tomorrow. But hopefully, it'll be tomorrow.
Oh yeah, hold that. Yeah, hold that. Yeah, hold that.
Big up to each and every one of you. Until we see you again.
Love
Thanks
you,
for
lot,
watching and listening. Stay safe. Stay blessed. We're Kopish. Around people. Take
Love people.
Drop the
Hope you
beat.
got the show. Love you all, man.
Drop the beat.